Alrighty, greetings everyone, this is Rick here, and I welcome you to yet another Fire Emblem Three Hopes run. I know that we're not starting at the very beginning, but let me explain why. Why in particular we're doing it. Alrighty, greetings everyone, this is Rick here. And the reason why we're doing, we already went through the fucking prologues and shit before. So, I didn't feel the need to, go through everything yet again. Like, we've been through almost everything up to this point before in Three Hopes. Like, because I did the demo, which stops at this point. But sorry, just had a little something hanging up. But yeah, now that we're here, we're gonna finally get started. Of course, though, I managed to get some support combos because New Game. Actually, let me show you what New Game Plus looks like. Yeah, first things first, you see this? Yeah, Shez's levels carried over. He's level 76 with this shit in the first 4 chapters. We also had this Arrow of Indra carry over for fucking Dimitri. We had, Dedude's got an Iron Axe. I'm not gonna put the fucking Devil Axe on him. Hey Argo! Glad to see you here, mate. And yeah, the only person that carried over shit from the Blue Lions team was Ash. I've also paid to level people up. Sylvain, Mercedes, Annette, Ingrid, Rodrigue. And then, with New Game Plus, you get to automatically inherit everyone you've carried over before. But yeah, no. This is fucking insane, Argo. This is gonna be insane. The game is going to be broken. But yeah, this is Lidhart, Bernadetta, fucking Dorothea, Petra, Claude. Yes, we carried over fucking Claude. He's not gonna appear on the base camp anytime soon, but in fact, none of them will. But this is just hilarious to me. But Claude, Hilda, fucking Lorenz, Raphael, Ignatz, Lysithia, and Marianne, Leonie, Holst, Yuri, Balthus, Constance, Happy, Shamir, and now we're back. God, this is going to be a fun fucking run. And I am here just to cheese it. But before we go any further, we've got a few supports to do. So I'm gonna go through those real quick. I'm also expecting my buddy Matt to show up, but he probably fell the fuck asleep because me and him were up till like 4 a.m. last night. But yeah, this is gonna be wild.
We rounded up the last stragglers from House Climate.
Yeah, and brought destruction raining down on one of their villages in the process. Of course, it was partially their fault for mustering an army, but I can't believe His Majesty would allow such meaningless slaughter.
Damn.
Something on your mind? If you object to their idle gossip, it would behoove you to speak up.
It would.
No, it's just I don't really know what Dimitri was thinking either.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's built a wall around himself ever since the day he killed his uncle.
My apologies, but could I ask you to join Gustav in keeping an eye on things here for the next few days?
Sure. You going somewhere? Kinda surprised Dedu and Rodrigue aren't joining you.
Yeah.
The two of them recently departed for Dusker. They have their own duties to attend to.
Then why
Oh.
not join you? I've got more free time these days than I know what to do with.
But yeah, this is gonna be hilarious.
Time off is not as praiseworthy as you believe it to be.
You're one to talk.
I suppose you have a point. Very well. I'll take you up on your offer. The journey will not be a pleasant one, but your assistance will surely prove valuable.
I was wondering where we were going. This is the village that was wiped out during our recent battle.
Ah.
Hold on. You're not planning to bury the dead by yourself, are you? It's not really a job for a king.
Perhaps not. Yet a resting place is all I am capable of offering them now.
Damn. Dimitri's still being Dimitri even now. I like that even though he's not like gone through his feral phase, he still has the whole like the dead need rest thing. Reassurance.
Were it possible, I would not have let this village lose a single brave soul. I never intended to see them incinerated by the all-consuming flames of this war.
Yeah.
As the one who authorized our battle strategy, I alone am culpable for their deaths.
It's not like you made the decision lightly, though. You discussed it for hours with Rodrigue and the others.
Yeah, I mean, but still a decision he made.
Even so, no means can possibly excuse these ends. No amount of justification will bring back the lives that were lost here.
Ah.
True. And no matter how hard you fight for a better outcome, there's no guarantee you'll actually achieve it.
Ah.
I cannot shut my eyes to the cruelty my actions have wrought.
And that's why Dimitri's a good-ass king.
Yet, if I do not claim this battle, and its aftermath to be just and proper, my soldiers will lose faith in me. How long must this horrible cycle continue?
Until the war's
Don't
over.
be like that, Dimitri. I'm sure people will understand if you just tell them the whole story.
There's no need for that. This burden is mine to bear.
And my...
Alone.
Still putting everything upon yourself, even today. Alright, now we're gonna do Dedu's support. Because... Oh.
Hey, Dedu, what are you doing here? You need something?
No, but I must ask, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You know, making sure all the equipment's in good shape. With how rough yesterday's battle was, I figured it couldn't hurt to round up all the weapons that got broken and try my hand at fixing them.
Yeah, smart idea.
I see.
Also, sorry if you hear my dogs out in the background. They keep wanting to go outside because they keep seeing a squirrel. And I'm just not dealing with it right now because they do this every 20 minutes and I'm tired of it.
Sorry, should I not have taken them out at night or something? You're giving me this look like you don't trust me.
Okay, my mom just let them out.
You have His Majesty's trust. I will not lay a hand on you. I
Yeah.
would like to better understand who you are.
Makes sense to me. I'm still just a newcomer and my background's unclear at best.
Yeah, it's been 2 years and they still barely know you.
Apologies.
Nah, it's fine. I'd be suspicious of me too if I were you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just natural.
Besides, I don't exactly want to go losing my employer either. So feel free to keep as many eyes out as you think necessary.
Yep.
Dimitri clearly needs all the help he can get. I mean, he made me a commanding officer without so much as a second thought to my past or my intentions.
Yep, that's Dimitri for you though. He's
His
trusting.
conviction makes people follow him, and I agree with his decision. Having you close by is convenient.
Yep.
What, so you can keep a better eye on me? It doesn't really matter. As long as he's paying me, I'll do whatever I've got to do to win for him. Oh, and if I do anything suspicious, you're more than welcome to cut me down right then and there.
He'll take you up on
Very
that.
mercenary response.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I am. I might have risen the ranks, and I might have my own unit now, but I'm still a
It'll
mercenary.
murk your heart. Yeah.
As long as I get the results, everything else, like trust and respect, will follow.
You know, Shez is a very endearing character, honestly. Like, he's just very, like, he's a very neutral character, if that makes sense. And that's something kind of refreshing.
At least that's
The
what
Avatar.
Captain Burling taught me. So, I guess I don't have much choice but to just keep at it till I earn your trust.
I
Yeah.
see. Now, these weapon repairs will take time.
Uh-huh.
I need to aid you.
Good man to do.
Sure
I've
can
missed you.
Keep an eye on me. Glad to have your help, though, Dedu.
Yeah. Alright. Also, yeah, one of the things New Game Plus is I carried over support levels, but unless these people actually join you in story, you cannot raise their support levels. And, Leonie's Leonie's gonna stay locked at A rank purely because stuck at A because the only way to achieve her A rank is to have Geralt alive, and I killed Geralt, so that was an oof on my part.
Hey, just the guy I wanted to see. I've got a bit of a favor to ask.
Oh no.
You know that special sword you fight with? Well, I was wondering if you'd let me take a peek at it. Sure, if you want. Can't say I expected this kind of interest coming from you, though.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if it were Dimitri or Felix asking. You know how they
You
get
know what happens?
But
You? Yeah.
do remember I'm the heir to House Gautier, don't you? I've been studying the art of combat ever since I was just a kid.
I mean, it's kind of hard to remember when you barely act like it in Three Houses.
Well, you always skip out on training, so... This work? It sure does. What a weird sword. You know what it's made of? It doesn't look like iron or steel to me.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. Honestly, I have no idea. What about how you can make it appear right out of thin air? Is that some sort of magic? Nah, not exactly. It kind of just comes to me when I call it.
Yeah.
Well, that's vague. One more question then. Would I be able to use your sword if I wanted to? Doubt it. The thing vanishes the second I let go of it.
Damn, okay.
Hey, why do you want to know so much about it anyway? I guess I was just thinking how nice it'd be if there were more weapons like yours out in the world. You know, a hero's relic can take down hundreds or even thousands of soldiers in a single swing. Depending on who's doing the swinging, of course.
Yeah, I mean, this is a Warriors game. We're gonna have that happen.
As soon as the wielder dies, that's it. If you don't have a crest, it's nothing more than a fancy-looking hunk of whatever they're made of.
Yeah, I know, right?
Of course, that wouldn't be an issue if everyone could just use a sword like yours.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
true.
so, but that doesn't make it possible. I mean, there's still so much even I don't know about it.
That's fair.
It's not like you can just make a second one or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a pretty interesting idea. You've given this a lot of thought, haven't you?
He really has.
Hey, you're talking to the future Margrave Gautier here, remember? Of course I'd think about this kind of stuff. After all, us nobles wouldn't have nearly as much work to do if everyone could fight with the relics.
That's
And,
true.
I could spend all my time goofing off, just like I did back at the academy. Yeah, in your dreams. Don't make me tell Ingrid about this.
Oh no.
Whoa now, you don't need to do that. Have a heart. Come on, let's see that sword of yours a little more.
Sylvain has obtained the C support. Oh, and Ingrid and Rodrigue. Okay, now this is one I'm interested in. Okay, let's do this one. Because Rodrigue is an interesting character that...
I have exhausted most of the Pegasus Corps, so how should I advance the mounted units on the ground?
A tricky proposition indeed. The enemy general won't be foolish enough to miss a chance to seize the advantage here.
Yeah.
If we are going to face the enemy with our remaining troops, it would be best to have the mounted units take up formation in the narrow pass to the east.
That it would.
The remaining Pegasus Knights can attack from the cliffs above and end this quickly. Still, my scouts claim there may be archers stationed on those cliff tops.
Naturally. Everyone knows to expect Pegasus Knights as soon as they see the standard of Galatea. The enemy will doubtless be ready for this.
And I'm ready for them.
It is quite the predicament. I cannot help but wonder what my father or brothers would do. As someone who commands an army of
God, your hair looks so...
withdrawal is not an option.
Yeah, I know, right? That's why I'm so interested.
I don't think you need to rack your brain over this too hard, Ingrid.
But if we fight without any sort of strategy, we will suffer major casualties.
Which might prove to be in your favor. If the enemy sees your back to the wall, they may let their guard down and grow reckless.
Okay, this is already reminiscent of like the Virian Robin support in Awakening. Where Virian's like, sometimes you gotta let people die, but Robin...
Pegasus Knights stand ready.
Nearly half. Perhaps more if their wounds can heal in time.
Yeah.
Then select the most skilled from among them.
And make for the...
cliff tops.
Yeah.
Fly into the jaws of their trap.
While using the speed of the Pegasi to minimize injury, make it look like you're taking a desperate retreat. Then withdraw your troops. If the enemy thinks they've subdued the famed Pegasus Knights of Galatea, they'll deploy troops from their main fortress, leaving it lightly guarded.
That's a good point.
Once they do, send a separate unit of your remaining Pegasus Knights to capture it.
Ah.
Yes, that just might work. You are amazing, Lord Rodrigue. I suppose this comes from your wide range of experience.
Nothing about Glenn yet, okay.
Actually, it's a strategy suggested by your brother once upon a time.
Oh.
My brother? Oh, that's right. I believe he served in Srang while he was still a squire.
Despite his low rank, he astonished us all with his clever suggestions for deploying our flying units.
Yeah.
I have a long way to go if I wish to live up to him. I must prove more diligent about studying strategy.
Very ambitious. My son could stand to learn a thing or two from your example, but you ought not overextend yourself. Make certain to rest those wings every once in a while. I wouldn't be able to face the Count or your brothers if I allowed you to work yourself to exhaustion.
Resting my wings is a rather difficult proposition. I can't very well run about playing games as I did when I was a child.
Yeah. No, you can't, Ingrid. Alright, sorry, my friend is texting me. Messaging me on Discord about something, saying that he's running a bit late.
I think I know how to proceed now.
The pleasure is mine, Ingrid. This is a most dangerous strategy, so let's endeavor to make sure we both come out of this alive.
Alright, so now... Okay, so they just... that's weird that they don't talk about they don't talk about Glenn at all. But, now that we've done that... Oh yeah, another thing, let me, Storehouse. The Vanguard Whistle, which you can buy with Renown. I forgot about this, but pretty much with the Vanguard Whistle now, you can use this to straight up skip and claim regions. So I could skip most of the story if I fucking wanted to. Most of, like, the side stuff if I wanted to. So I'm gonna just use this on someone who has low HP. Oh, and you can only use it. Oh, you can only use your storehouse items. Okay, Mercedes, you get that. But yeah, so now that we've done that, let us actually. Yeah, you know what? Let us move on to Near Ayla, the Valley of Torment. I have activity points, but I don't have anything to spend them on because I don't have the cooking supplies. Because it turns out that everything carries over New Game Plus, so there's no reason to sell everything. Unlike in Three Houses, where nothing carries over aside from Renown. So, we're going to save over this clear data right here. And, yeah, let's keep going. Load it up, load it up, load it up, load it up.
The scouts have returned, Your Majesty. They've located the Archbishop.
Oh.
Excellent. We'll ride to them at once. For now, everything is going according to plan.
We're ready to ride when you are, Dimitri. Just give the word and we'll move out.
Yeah.
Gotta say, it's gonna feel great to fight alongside all these familiar faces again.
Yeah, it will be, man.
I always feel much stronger when my friends are around.
Our time together at the Academy might have been short, but it still puts my mind at ease to be reunited with everyone.
And this time you're actually fighting with your people instead of being forced to join me, Ash.
I could hardly believe His Majesty reached out to me of all people. But I'm really glad he did.
I'm pleased to see you all here.
Oh, hey,
I
Felix.
always knew this day might come. I prepared myself as best I can, but I am still a bundle of nerves.
This will be a lot different from the fighting that's been going on the past 2 years. We'll need to really have each other's backs out there.
The point of no
Yeah.
return is finally upon us, Your Majesty.
No, you don't. You don't start off where you left off in the demo for New Game Plus instead of the beginning. But the reason I'm not doing the beginning is purely because I did it on the demo streams a long while back. It starts you from the very beginning with, starts you back from the very beginning when you start a new game. It's just, I skipped over all of that because, for the streams, because I already did that stuff in the demo streams. So I felt I didn't need to do it again on stream and waste time.
I trust you've made your peace.
So, yes.
The blood spilled today will be a worthy sacrifice if it means keeping the people of Fargus. The people of our home safe.
But yeah, no. I might do the actual... Yeah, I had to redo it. I just did it all off screen last night.
That is our cause. We have no reason to hesitate.
And also,
Move out.
and I've got 17 Merc whistles now, which means I can just capture... Okay, Rhea reaches the evacuation point. Rhea is routed. Persuade Happy, persuade Petra. Ooh. So now both of these will be actual story characters. And the strongholds are secured. Actually, no, let's do the Gather the Believers. Because yeah, this fight's going to be Dimitri's going to be pretty good. Shez. Dedu. Ash. Ash, let's swap you out for Ingrid. And, yeah, you know what? I think we can do this pretty easily. So...
There you are.
Second, is that Matt messaging me? Nope. Alrighty, so I'm gonna do this how I do every battle.
I'll do what I can.
So you, Adjutant.
I'll back you up. I'll do my best.
You assign as
We'll win if we
Adjutant.
Shall we?
Assign as Adjutant.
If you don't mind.
And Rhea looks good.
You loud and clear. I might just be able to help.
Let's begin.
Alright, to do this way.
Proceed as planned. We must
You go this way.
Begin the operation.
And
I am relieved to find you alive and well.
yeah, look at that. Already
You have my gratitude for coming to aid us
already
in
all
our
these
time.
kills.
I fear we have no time for niceties. We must make our way out of the valley and return to Kingdom territory.
Damn, yeah, look at that. That little bit of massacre right there. Oh, hi, hi, Felix. But yeah, this fight is going... Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a massacre at this point. With how much damage I deal quickly. Jesus Christ. This is like... This is inhumane.
Let's begin. It's time to move.
Hey, Dimitri, you're heading this way. Oh, hey, Happy, I can stop you.
Nobody told me how sweaty I'd get here.
Ah, gross. Oh, Happy.
That general lacks motivation. We may be able to persuade her to join our cause.
Yeah, we're gonna persuade Happy before we do anything. Defeat and recruit Happy. And
You are not beholden to the Empire. Why don't you join us instead? You have my word that no harm will come to you.
yeah,
You've got a point. And I guess you did beat me fair and square.
yes we did.
Lead away.
I beat you fair and square and quick. Cause my god, is this...
Your Majesty, Imperial forces are setting up a blockade at the stronghold ahead.
Yeah.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform.
Begin the operation.
I think I can kick your asses pretty easily. I mean, to be fair, I've already killed any semblance of a challenge for this game now, but...
Push us down a dangerous path. Let us charge forth and carve our way through.
There we go. Defeat the mages before the stronghold is blockaded. Oh, hey, to do. You took a while over there, so
Let's begin. It's time.
let's go back over there. What's my KOs? Okay, 1200. And I need to do it within 15 minutes. I can do that within like 10 seconds. Alright, 51 damage, 51 damage. You know what? They're having some issues over there. So... No, it will not. Bless me.
Hey, we did it! We should be able to move forward safely now.
You have my thanks. The goddess smiles upon your gallant deeds.
Should also smile upon the massacre I'm making. But I do like that Petra is just playable on every route so far. Well, no, playable on every route, like, you know, story-wise. Meanwhile, to do over here, just dealing with the same old people over and over again. Hey, Dimitri. Hey, no, it's all... Dude, you're just being yourself, my dude. On Twitter, like... You're just...
Our orders are clear.
Restraint is a good virtue, but sometimes people just need to actually be told off, too. So it's like, you need to, like... Because one of the things I will say about restraint is... There's restraint and there's being a doormat. Oh, hey! Seteth! Nice to see you. Will you become playable?
So I find myself cornered. Perhaps I misjudged the situation.
Nah, you didn't. Hey, Catherine, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna kick ass.
Persistent little guys, aren't you? Cut one down and another two just spring up in their place.
Yep.
You must not be allowed to fall here. Please, King Dimitri, may I ask that you lend them your aid?
Okay, come on. I'm going back to them. Okay, don't worry. Don't fucking worry, game. But yeah, with restraint, you need to learn when to say stuff and when not to. But you also need to be like you need to know what to say, but at the same time, you need to not hold back. Like for me, people say I have no restraint. With me, I just have a no bullshit tolerance. Really, it's like, I just say it how it is. Alright, Myrmidon. Damn. This brutality that I'm doing here is just... Fuck me, man. Okay, Dimitri. Okay, to do.
Let's begin. It's time to move.
Right over there. There really isn't. There really isn't a need to fight people online.
Begin the our orders are clear.
We will proceed if we
like, there doesn't need to be super hostile. Like, for me, I'm just rude to people. not to be hostile, but because it's like I don't respect you, and I want you to be clear that I don't respect you. But I'm not gonna hound on you forever.
We made it in time.
Appreciate the assistance. Lend me a hand. If not for you, I would have surely perished. And the Archbishop appears to be unharmed. You have my
Yep.
gratitude.
Sees lava-covered path. Oh, hey, Cyril! Good dude! Are you gonna join us?
Did she get away?
Yes, she did. She is... Oh, hey, you're a little bit behind, little dude.
In the rear, he will never make it out.
I should be better than this.
Catherine can't hold out much longer. We've got to help her. Quick!
I'll handle this.
I've awaited this moment.
Alright. Hey, Shez.
Not a problem.
I like how they like to pretend there's a 1% chance that these guys have any chance to do something terrible.
Show how strong you've become. Now die!
God's... God, this feels wrong, but so right at the same time.
It's good to see you safe, Catherine. Please, let us join you.
Gladly. This is all too much to handle on my own anyway.
Bullshit, you're just being humble. You've got the Thunder Brand. Alright, there we go.
It's a good thing you came along when you did. And Lady Rhea's safe too. Good.
Aided Catherine, aided Cyril. And we're not even in the halfway of time requirement mark.
True valor on this day, Cyril.
Because as good as I may be,
Clear of the valley thanks to you.
I'm so glad. Thank you.
aided Cyril, yep.
My utmost gratitude for your efforts in rescuing Cyril.
Hmm.
And to the goddess for her divine protection.
We have to help Sedith and Catherine escape.
Yeah.
Can't we block the lava flow with rocks or something? Not saying it'll be easy, but it might be the
Best shot we've got. Oh, I know what this is saying. Hey, Dedu,
Let's begin.
there's a better spot for you.
Begin the operation. Our
You
orders-
two
Proceed as
go this way. Alright, Shadow Flash level 2. Alright. Oh hey, a base captain I can massacre like within like 5 seconds. God damn, that feels nice. Like, it just feels nice. Also, where did, oh, Dell. That's not the person I'm waiting for. Sorry, I keep checking Discord because I have a guy that's supposed to help me co-host today. But he probably fell asleep because he's known to have the most inconsistent sleep schedule I've ever fucking seen, and his night shift job just makes that fucking worse. Alright, you... Okay, let's push. Alright. There we go. I hate how uncooperative. Alright, made a path. And... Is there another place? No, not King Kuma this time, my buddy Matt. Kuma's not much of a Fire Emblem player. But, my buddy, Matt, who usually is on here for Fire Emblem stuff, not really here for Final Fantasy. Alright, there we go. Where are you, Petra?
Everyone, to arms! We fight to protect the Archbishop!
Oh, where are you at, Petra? Yeah, no, not King Kuma, my friend, Matt.
I will be capturing the Archbishop.
An ambush. We have no choice but to fight our way through.
I'll hold off for a second.
Looks like we've got backup. I expect they'll come in handy. That's the Princess of Bridget. After everything she's been through, she might be willing to join us. Assuming we can take her alive.
You know what? Let's just do this. Because I feel like this is gonna be brutality to the max. Like, there's no need to be dealing 1,000,000 damage.
This is no place for royalty to die. Not here. Not like this.
Yes. I am choosing life. I will be going with you peacefully.
Good. I like that even though I just massacred her, like, in a second, I still managed to recruit her in time, like.
I apologize for the trouble. Do not wish to consider what would have happened had you not come along.
Things would have been a lot less smoother. That's for sure. You know what? There's no reason not to do 1,000,000 awakenings. Just because, you know, the damage output's fucking massive. Okay, who's gonna level up off this? Felix, nice.
I can scarcely believe we arrived here whole and sound. Oh, you have my deepest gratitude.
Yeah, we did it. Ray arrived at the destination. Riek defeated a soldier.
We cannot leave the valley until we see both Seteth and Catherine to safety.
Alright, come on, Catherine. This way, El Stupido. Oh hey, an awakening that I could have used a long ass time ago.
Thanks for the help. I never would have made it out of there without you.
Catherine arrived at the destination. Okay, what's left? Oh, Hubert! Okay, time to beat My Chemical Romance.
If I cannot have the Archbishop, your heads will have to suffice.
Yeah, I know.
We have to defeat him, Your Majesty. I'm aware. Let us do so at once, and make with our retreat.
Realize how desperate you would be to save your dear Archbishop. The kingdom truly is a tiresome place.
Yeah. The Church of Fodlan, like, the thing is that, like, I'm in agreement with Edelgard and Claude, in that the idea of the churches, of, like, the Faith of Ceros isn't evil, it's how it's used by the Central Church. Like, the Central Church, there's a lot wrong with it. Nice. Alrighty, just in the nick of time. Sweet, level 76 shit. Alright, Ingrid now has C+. Good stuff. Nice. Money. We're gonna use that. And now we've got officially Petra. Now we've officially got Happy too. 10 renown, let's go.
Lady Rhea, Sedith, I'm relieved you both made it out unharmed. It appears we arrived just in time.
Yes, we did.
You have our utmost thanks for aiding in our retreat, Your Majesty. I can only apologize for the trouble we may have caused your outfit.
King Dimitri, I cannot express just how grateful I am to you and all the fine people of Fargus.
Yeah.
The honor is mine. Your order provided me with immeasurable aid during my ascension to the throne. My citizens would have branded me a heathen had I not returned the favor.
And now it seems we are the ones who owe a debt. The church shall provide whatever assistance it can to your efforts.
Yeah.
If you see it prudent, I have no objection to placing the Knights of our Order under Kingdom command.
Like, yeah, that's the whole thing with the Church of Seraph, that like, everyone just believes, oh, Edelgard's like anti-religion. No, it's specifically the Central Church that is evil. The Central Church that has so many issues that it just needs to be brought down. Okay.
Thank you both. While it pains me to qualify our hospitality, this kingdom is not a wealthy one, neither in goods nor provisions. I fear we may struggle to compensate your soldiers.
Or even feed them.
You needn't trouble yourself with such concerns. Your generous offer of shelter will be more than enough.
Yeah.
Well, we've lingered here long enough. Let us make for Ferdiad. There's much
Let us
to
go.
discuss. The church, the kingdom, and the battles to come.
Yeah, there is.
2 years ago, I never would have imagined we'd be fighting a war like this.
I'm with you there. But now that we are, you found yourself in a rather favorable situation, no?
Yes, we have.
When a war breaks out, every mercenary in the land starts crawling out of the woodwork. And those associates you happen to be working with should be tough enough to take on you-know-who.
Yep.
Gerald's mercenaries. Yeah.
Good point.
And then you can give them their just desserts or die trying.
Yes, we can.
Could have done without that last part. Thanks.
Relax, relax. You know I'm on your side. Our destinies are forever intertwined.
Yep. If only I could find out more about you.
In that case, let's assume Cornelia has hidden herself somewhere in the Western Territories.
Oh, Cleobulus, yes.
If I had to guess, I'd say either Viscount Mateus or Viscount Gideon have taken her in.
I mean, Mateus, probably.
The same. We can't exactly go around unseating every vassal we suspect of being disloyal.
Can't we, though? Can't we?
This is no simple matter, but at least we have a firmer grasp on the situation now than we did 2 years ago.
Also, yeah, there's a plane flying over. There's a plane flying over my house, and I can hear it pretty loudly. Yeah.
Send word to House Perderi. We'll need soldiers on their land if we hope to keep the enemy at bay.
Yes,
Hopefully.
Your Majesty.
Viscount Mateus' son is here with us, while Viscount Gideon's daughter is off serving as a knight in Galatia.
Oh.
Under the present circumstances, we only have so many soldiers to spare on domestic matters.
It'd be cool if...
we'll have to resort to any means necessary.
Yeah.
In which case, I will bear the weight of the kingdom's sins. If slaughtering 100 foes means bringing salvation to 1,000 of our own, I will do it.
I've not played Heroes since book 4 ended in such a weird way.
Your Majesty. And if I may, try not to torment yourself so much.
Yeah.
Ah, how far our proud king has fallen. You sounded utterly vicious just now.
Yeah.
What do you want, Felix?
Ah, Felix, time for you to start being a dick. I love it.
Not much. I just thought catching a glimpse of your haggard face might put a smile on mine. I knew that playing the part of a cool-headed leader would be too much for you.
God damn, Felix.
But all this scheming, this calculation, doesn't suit you. Why don't you just give it a rest already?
You think too highly of me. This is who I am, Felix. I've never been anything more than a bloody demon on the path of revenge. I stand here today to lift the burdens of all who perished before me.
God damn.
Those who bear guilt for their deaths are held accountable.
God damn, Chris Hackney, you just sell this voice so much. I cannot go back to Japanese after hearing Chris Hackney. I tried to play this game in Japanese, I just can't. Chris Hackney sold me.
I will expose whoever I must. Slay whoever I must to see my task through to the end. There is no place for mercy within these walls.
Okay, that's the Psycho Dimitri I know.
And if it affects the safety of my people, then that's all the more reason to strike now.
Yeah.
Here I thought you were finally starting to pull yourself together.
Nope.
I snuffed out my uncle's life with my own two hands. As king and as general, I've killed countless more.
That you have.
On as nearly everyone I held dear perished. I am the one who must take responsibility for their deaths. So rest easy, Felix. The weight of my atonement will not fall on your shoulders.
Nope, it will not.
No point in trying to reason with a bore. Enough of that, though. The city seems especially spirited today. Is something going on?
Yeah.
Yes. Lady Rhea and the others in the church are making an excursion to the capital.
So, one of the things I'm gathering from Three Hopes is, it seems like different parts of this, like, we're not just seeing alternate histories, we're seeing just, like, the only difference between each story is what if Shez was with each part? Like, what if Shez was with a different group each time? And some minor changes.
I suggest you join in on the festivities before you go.
But I'm curious to see how it goes from here.
It does the heart good to see our people smile.
Hey Marco, great to see you, man. How's it going?
Everyone here?
But yeah,
let's get right into it. We have to figure out exactly where we stand in this war.
Yeah, but yeah, Argo, I've not played Heroes in forever because like 2021 I had no job and like it just was hard for me to keep up. Especially as a free-to-play person. Well, hi Marco, how's it going, mate?
As you all know, the Empire has taken the Great Bridge of Myrddin.
Yes, it has.
Now occupies what was formerly House Phlegethon territory. House Gloucester has surrendered to them as well.
Oh, so in this timeline, House Gloucester. So in this timeline. Yeah, so in this timeline, now, because they lost, House Gloucester's now officially with the Empire. Okay, I get that. That's pretty good.
Doubtless an agonizing decision on my
Or no, not yet. Not yet. Okay.
House Ordelia, to the east of the bridge, has also vowed not to take up arms against the Empire.
Yeah.
We had precious little in the way of arms in the first place.
You have
my
my
deepest apologies.
Yeah, this just happened in the last route too.
Count Ordelia did what anyone would have done.
And
Yeah.
now Lawrence and Lysithea can't even go back home.
That's true.
That's not all. After the battle, the Imperial Army crossed Gloucester territory and attacked Garreg Mach. Rhea and the rest of the Central Church have apparently fled to the kingdom for sanctuary.
That makes sense.
Then I suppose none of us will be able to visit our old school anytime soon.
Nope.
I hope no one from the church was hurt.
Yeah.
Now that the monastery has fallen, the front lines are rapidly expanding north. It won't be long before Deirdre is within their reach. And if our capital falls, the Alliance goes with it. We have to stop them there, no matter the cost.
That all sounds well and good. But how large of an army will you even be able to raise at this point?
That's another good question.
We'll be able to send more troops.
But I like that we still see the Golden Deer's perspective.
Which means House Goneril is the last of the 5 great lords upon whom we can rely.
I'm not so sure the combined forces of Houses Regan and Goneril will be enough to hold off the whole empire.
We'll just have to work with what we've got. And let's not forget the hero of Daphne.
Hi, Judith.
We can't expect much from her in terms of sheer numbers. Any chance the kingdom could send troops?
I doubt they'll have any to spare. They've just started engaging the Empire themselves over
that we have, yeah.
Besides, I'm not sure how much we can really trust them. I still have no idea what's going on in Dimitri's head.
Nobody does.
I might just have a plan, though. For now, all I can ask is that you fight, and fight with every last thing you've got.
You
can
always count on me.
Yeah, my muscles.
Thanks, Raphael. That unfounded confidence of yours is like music to my ears.
My question is, why do they put this scene here? But I think it's just to see what's going on other fronts. Meanwhile, we're about to see what's going on with the Empire. Yep.
Majesty, they failed to capture Archbishop Rhea.
Yep.
It seems she and her followers have been taken in by the Kingdom Army. They likely make for Ferdiad as we speak.
Yes, they do.
If Hubert himself couldn't succeed in the task, there's little chance anyone else could.
That's true.
As well. Petra was taken by the enemy. She is apparently still alive. For better or for worse, I fear the kingdom may try to use her to make an ally of Bridget.
Yeah.
Yes, it's likely she won't be coming back. And our stance towards Bridget will require some reconsideration.
Damn, okay.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Now then, we mustn't dwell on what's done. Our only choice is to look to the future.
Yeah.
It seems an all-out war with the kingdom is nigh unavoidable at this point.
Probably.
Thankfully, I expect Count Rowe to join our cause.
Oh, Count Rowe.
On Aryan Road will surely prove advantageous as the war creeps on.
Count Rowe, huh?
Through Count Rowe, we should be able to ingratiate ourselves to the other lords of the Western Kingdom.
Urgent report, Your Majesty. An army has been mustered at Castle Gaspard in Rowe territory.
Oh. Castle Gaspard. Oh.
Lenato, the local lord, has vowed to find and eliminate Archbishop Rhea. He's mobilizing the army northward.
Good.
Rowe's tacit approval of these actions has surely brought his allegiance to the Empire to light.
I can only assume
Damn.
this isn't part of the plan.
It's just one thing after another. Dispatch any nearby units to the area at once.
Sounds
Any
about right.
units willing to sever ties with the kingdom are too valuable for us to risk losing.
Yeah. Alright. So, now we go on to chapter 5. Skirmish in the fog. Oh, damn.
Skirmish in the fog.
Lenato always likes to be fought in fog, doesn't he? That's just how he does it.
The Holy Kingdom of Fargus grants refuge to the Central Church as they flee Garrigmach Monastery, in turn provoking the Adrestian Empire to declare war on Fargus. While Dimitri and his advisors strategize how to repel the Empire's assault, they are met with devastating news. Lenato of Castle Gaspar has raised an army against him.
Yes.
As I'm sure you have all heard by now, House Rowe in the south has declared its fealty to the Empire.
Yeah?
What's more, Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar has set out with the express intention of tracking down and murdering the Archbishop.
Based.
I had hoped we could reconcile the matter by using neighboring lords as intermediaries, but it seems Lord Lenato couldn't look past our willingness to shelter the church, and has taken the matter into his own hands.
Oh, damn.
Ash, I won't stop you if you wish to return to Castle Gaspar, even now.
I appreciate the offer, truly, but I am a knight of the royal family.
My place is here. Good guy.
What are House Rowe and Lord Lenato's soldiers up to? Or the Imperial Army, for that matter?
There's been no movement from House Rowe as of yet. He likely lacks the nerve.
Yep.
Lord Lenato, on the other hand, has set off from Castle Gaspar and launched an attack on Geraint land.
Oh, Geraint.
A vanguard from the Imperial Army has breached Kingdom territory. It seems they're aiming to rendezvous.
Honestly, I hope with FE17, if it's not a remake, if they do a multiple routes thing again, they expand on each territory again, like this game does. It's like, oh, We now know there's a place called Geraint that they're looking to take over. Like, because we barely knew the land of Fodlan, if we're being honest. We knew there were countries and houses, but we didn't know too much, as much as I loved FE16.
Wait, but if they're just a vanguard, doesn't that mean a larger force is going to come after them?
Probably.
We'll never stand a chance if they manage to meet up and form one massive army.
House Galatea is sending reinforcements to fend them off, but our enemy deployed alarmingly fast.
That's
Only
true.
The House Geraint soldiers can repel Lord Lenato and his men long enough.
Maybe we'll just have to see.
We can't just sit here on our hands. They need help, and fast. Let's ride.
You're right. And I'll be
Excuse me?
with you.
The risk is too great, Your Majesty. You should stay here in the capital.
I honestly agree. I don't want no more routes either, Marco. But if they have to do routes, might as well make them more self-contained and not try to force everything into every bit. Like, you know, focus on, like, each little nation's affairs.
We've already been over this to do. My leadership is needed on the front lines.
Or the little sections that they're doing. Like, we don't get the same places that, aside from, like, where they clash.
We'll march west from Karen territory to intercept and crush Lenato and the Empire's forces.
But, like, Three Houses was an amazing game. I just wish that the maps were all different enough. But that's a Koei Tecmo issue.
From there, we'll mount an attack on Aryan Road. The Row army will be cut off from the Imperial reinforcements and fall by our hand.
Yeah.
Finally, we'll seize control of Aryan Road and the entire Western Front along with it.
I've asked a distant relative of the royal family, Duke Ivan, to keep watch over the capital in case of an emergency.
Yeah.
Gustav will be staying behind as well. So as long as nothing too extreme happens, we shouldn't have anything to worry about.
Let's
Sounds
go.
like a plan. Most of the big fights are going to be around Aryan Road, if I had to guess.
Probably.
We need to hurry. We'll be done for if we don't drive them off soon.
Agreed. And my apologies. We always seem to deploy with such haste lately.
I mean, that's just war for you.
It's nothing. It's not like it's your fault or anything.
I genuinely love Three Houses, Marco. Like, Three Houses was a great story. Was a great game. It had a lot of issues. I will not deny that it had a fair bit of issues, but I loved it. It was amazing because Fates was horrible. But then like Fire Emblem came on an upswing rather quick with Echoes and Three Houses and now this game. And they're all amazing. And these three games are all great.
Sure, you're the king and we're your subjects now, but we're your friends before that. We'll do whatever you need of us.
I suppose you're right. Thank you. Oh, and one more thing before we go. I received word from the church the other day.
Oh.
My sister Flame will be joining us from here on out, leading a company comprised
Wait,
of
are they gonna be playable?
Said it, huh? I'm not the kind of guy to turn down a helping hand, but I can't help but wonder why.
Yeah, that's yeah. Like, as long as they keep improving, as long as we keep the same story quality, or maybe improve, yes. But I do agree that we need no more routes.
I haven't had the chance to discuss it with him yet. Perhaps you can ask him yourself if the opportunity arises.
Yeah, no, multiple routes is not the way to go because multiple routes, even when you do them well enough, like Three Houses did, like Three Houses, the problem with Three Houses is the people that joined with Fates, and I hate to be that guy, but the people that joined with Fates, they were too busy being black and white and stupid with the whole game. Multiple routes just causes idiotic discussion. One single route with some good gray morality in there that, like, you know, Yggdrasil or the Kagasagas have, that's a good way to go. But yeah. Alright, how big is this map? Decent sized, okay. Huh. Okay, and the fight is all the way over there. Nice, nice. Oh, is Anna's shop gonna start appearing now? It's appearing sooner than before. Seteth. He's a cavalier. Damn, okay, they make him a cavalier for some reason? And flame! Yeah. And now I've got expeditions.
Do you have a moment?
Forgive me, but do you have a moment? Equals Dimitri. Inform me if anything comes up. Moving forward, I expect our army will continue to advance as we establish more bases such as this one. Whenever a large number of people live together for a stretch of time, various problems are bound to occur. It may be inconvenienced as well. Please inform me right away if anything comes up. You want a game that, like, you know, I want a game that, like, rewards you, or, like, that will reward you for doing stuff that you wouldn't think to do, or, you know, will alter the story if you do that stuff, you know? Convenient, if anything, it's a little too cozy around here. You got food, warmer weather, the works. Huh, perhaps so. Just please don't tell me you wish to return home. Kingdom Army is a coalition of soldiers from our various lords. We are a congregation of births and ideologies. Though I hope everyone will understand and compromise with their peers, I suspect that will not always be the case. I have some new facilities established in preparation for the coming battle. I'm most certain they will be of great use to you. I bid you take a look at them while we have the time. Record keeper.
Which battle do you wish to reflect?
Yep, we've already done those.
Gathering records of your battles.
Ah, Mamo. I've not watched Mamo's stuff in forever. Like, I like his stuff, but he always... Alright, Forge. We've got the Forge. But, yeah, Mamo is someone that I always like watching.
Well, well. Come back soon, alright?
Alright, Supply Master. Yeah. Alright.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
There's nothing to collect.
Everything has its use.
Oh, I've got support combos. Let's do those real quick. Oh, it's Felix and Ingrid. Let's go.
You know, Felix, I've been thinking. Actually, never mind.
What? You can't say that and then not tell me.
Come on, out with it.
Okay, it's just, even though you never show it, I can tell you really care about Dimitri and the others.
Damn.
You alright there, Felix? There's no reason to get all choked up over it.
It's your fault for saying something so ridiculous.
The Cinderades.
Hey, you're the one who asked. But it's true, isn't it? I know, right?
Yeah, Mamo is great. I used to interact with him pretty often, but not too much anymore.
And what proof do you have?
Well, for one, you move way better when you're fighting alongside them.
Yeah.
That's only because I've known them so long now, I can predict their every move.
Yeah.
Thor always rushes straight into enemy lines, so I have to be ready to cover him. Of course, few can survive one of his mad dashes. But I can't just leave him alone. The man doesn't give his own safety a second thought. We don't coordinate, though. I just stick around to make sure the coast is clear for him to run wild.
Good enough.
But when you're fighting with Ingrid, you're usually the one who ends up charging forward.
Yes, because her Pegasus is an easy target for enemy archers. It's better for me to dash ahead first and eliminate any potential threats.
Smart.
Not capable of dodging an arrow or two.
That's
she
smart.
loses sight of her surroundings in the heat of battle. If she advanced before I did, a cloud of arrows would be the end of her.
Yeah, Mamo is the biggest Tokyo Mirage Sessions fan in the entire fandom. Him and, like, Max HP before Max HP, like, quit doing videos entirely and just became a Twitter grump.
Uh-huh. So then why do you always get surrounded when you're fighting with Sylvain?
Because the braggart always insists on showing off. If nothing else, he does have the skill to fight his way out of any bind.
Sounds
That's
like
smart.
That's not part of your strategy then. But you'd still never pull it off if you didn't trust each other.
Yeah.
It's all natural for a soldier.
That it is.
Honestly, it's impressive how well you work with everyone. I should take a page or two out of your book and learn more about the people I fight with.
But yeah, God, I still need to play Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I might do that on my flight.
Would help me coordinate our movements better.
Who knows? You're welcome to
Try at least.
If you've already got a good read on me, the others shouldn't be an issue.
That's smart.
Talking to you is exhausting.
Ah, okay. And I agree with that. Routes in Fire Emblem, even when they're done well, they still have big issues. So I'm glad that Setith and Flame are playable here, just straight up.
Huh. So House Yvonne is actually just a branch of House Blathid?
Yeah.
Though really, if you trace any noble bloodline back far enough, you will find most of them are... For example, Duke Yvonne possesses the crest
I
of
remember...
Karen, while her grandfather possessed the minor crest of Fraldarius.
Oh, I did the support, I did the support in the demo, so I'm gonna skip this one. I forgot about this one. So, yeah, I'm skipping this one, and we're gonna get straight into the training. Oh. Oh, Felix and Ingrid now have a support. Okay, let's go!
My apologies, Felix. Am I getting in the way of your work?
But yeah, routes in Fire Emblem, they're a good idea if you're doing, like, you know... Like, I'm just gonna say, Thracia has a good route split. But it's not the entire game. You see, what Fire Emblem is trying to do recently is do the Pokemon method. Hell, even Fates was Fates was obvious with it. Birthright and Conquest, you had to buy them separately at first.
No, I just finished up. What do you need?
I picked this up on the training grounds. I think it might be yours.
Oh. What the hell is that?
It's my brother's spur. I thought I'd lost it.
I ran around asking all the knights who it belonged to. The royal crest made it seem important. You really should take better care of it. Didn't Glenn receive this as a gift from the late king?
Yep.
Don't shrug me off like that. I am surprised. You never struck me as the type to keep such a moment.
So this is where the Glenn stuff gets brought up.
Guess I thought it might come in handy someday.
Whatever you say.
Just make
sure you don't misplace it again.
Ingrid. Wait.
Yes?
You should have it.
Aww.
Excuse me? Absolutely not. I could never accept something so precious.
When my brother was appointed by the king, who do you think he told first? It wasn't me or my father. It was you. So take it.
Aww.
But
If you want the truth, I always planned to give it to you anyway. I just never found the right time.
That's pretty sweet.
Well, if you insist, then I accept.
Thank you, Felix.
Thank you, Felix.
But don't get the wrong idea.
Oh.
I'm not doing this so you can go drown yourself in grief.
Oh, I am very much aware. I know full well how much you detest such displays of sentimentality.
Yep.
I should get going. I have a meeting to attend.
Farewell, Felix. Alright. Reports are done. We're gonna go to the training instructor room. Actually, we're gonna go to the items shopkeeper first.
I carry a little of everything here.
I'm gonna sell that. Let's see.
Hope to see you again soon.
I'm just gonna look real quick. Who all still base class? Okay, you're an armor knight, you're a mercenary, you're a bow knight, priest, mage. Okay, you're still. Yeah, exactly. That's the big thing, is that you've got a huge scope to live up to. Okay, I don't need any more, So to the training instructor we go!
Time to work you into shape.
And let's just go. Oh, 2 units. Oh. Let's do some successive training, because I have a lot of training points to use up. Damn.
How can I best use this power? For his...
Nice, okay. Now we've got new ones to train. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's big expectations to be placed if you do a route split.
Test my newfound strength.
I could use this.
Ability Hunter 5.
The more I'm capable of.
Nice.
I'm getting.
Hey,
Nice. Alright, still learning some stuff. Let's do more successive training. Goddamn, Rodrigue.
I still have to.
How? For it.
Have I?
Alright. Rodrigue again. Damn, okay. Rodrigue's gonna learn everything by the end of this. Goddamn, Dimitri.
For his. How? What? I'm getting.
How can I? Hey,
Goddamn, okay, so... Alright, let's try again. Nice. Successive training. 1 point. Oh, of course he's mastered it, for fuck's sake.
How can I? The more.
Alright. Once again. Okay, so Rodrigue.
Time to work you into shape.
Okay, Rodrigue just is just going to be, it's just gonna be there. Let's do successive training a bit. Alright, they've mastered everything.
Have I?
Good stuff.
I'll be.
Alright, let's try it. One more, let's just keep going.
I'm getting.
Food. Alright, one more try. And there we go. That's what happens. Yeah, but the problem is, like, I see no reason why you should have to, like, I really do think that 3 houses should have had, like, you know, a limited, like, this game fixes the roster problem of 3 houses by a fair bit, because there's only specific units per route you can recruit, normally through the story. And here it just works. 5. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, not quite.
With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
Alright, and we're gonna go into the shops real quick. We're gonna go into Chore Master real quick.
Care to make yourself useful?
Alright, let's do this real quick. Because, yeah, we can do chores and food.
Counting on you.
Let's do.
Indeed.
And hey, support points. Nice.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Alright, you. Let's do Dedue and Flame because I like Flame a lot.
Counting on.
Yes.
If I can be a.
But yeah, no, 3 houses. Like 3 houses was not terrible.
Yourself useful?
Ah, my dogs. I swear to God. Love those little monsters, but they need to just be dragged away from the door some fucking times. Like, honest to God.
Counting on you both.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to use everybody, but the thing is, it's for the narrative. You see, narrative matters when you're playing an RPG, Marco. It's like, So it's like, yes, you went alongside these students. These students were in your academy for a full year. These were people that were with you. But you sadly can't get everyone to join you. So it's like, yes, it's all part of the narrative. Like, the thing with a good stories with a good RPG, it's why Fire Emblem 4 is so good. There's story and gameplay integration that no other game to me has done. So it's like in Genealogy, it's like, oh, how they do it is the god is the weapons of the Holy Bloods. Like, once you get those, you're fucking invincible.
We'll handle this together.
Like, yeah, they do. I'm like, oh, are you talking about in this game in particular or Three Houses, like Marco? Because now I'm getting a bit confused. The thing with using the recruits is that sometimes you have paralogs in the stories too, and I'd rather them be trained so I can do their paralogs and everything. But yeah. Yeah.
Make yourself useful?
Yeah, in this game they didn't. Yeah. Okay. Annette and Sylvain, let's go. So.
Counting on. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, like. Ooh, no support convo yet. And let's do some cooking.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Okay. We're gonna use this. Oh. Why do you suck? To-do in Mercedes. Let's go. I see your point, but I don't really count that as a super negative like you seem to.
Solid.
Like, I don't get your axe to grind with, Three Houses. I don't get your axe to grind, like, to each their own, but I just don't see the axe that you have with with the Folding games.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Alright, new support, come. Oh, yeah. Okay, you know what? That's fair. In this game, yeah, the support log is chopped. Like, yeah, honestly. But yeah, I feel like in Three Houses.
Could you help me tend to this soldier's wounds next?
In Three Houses and Three Hopes, we should have just had, like, a limited selection of students we could have recruited. Well, Three Hopes we do, but, like, in this game, they should have had more supports. Like, Shamir only supports with 3 people. And that's a disappointment.
Lady Mercedes.
Especially with how she interacts in the story.
Oh, yes, just a moment, please.
You really have your hands full, Mercedes. Anything I can pitch in on?
Also, this is the best Mercedes design. I'm just gonna say.
But I couldn't possibly ask you to take
I love it so much.
Hey, don't be like that. Anyone who's still got the legs to stand on after a battle needs to do whatever they can to help. I'm no physician, but I can at least help get some of this stuff organized.
Yeah.
But you only just returned from combat yourself. Aren't you exhausted?
I'm superhuman, baby.
Nah, not really. We weren't on the front lines or anything, so I'm still good to go. And
Yeah.
I'm buried in paperwork afterwards, unlike the others.
Yeah.
If you insist, I guess a little help wouldn't hurt. In
Yeah.
that case, there's a box over at the training grounds. Would you mind getting it? There should be bandages and medicine inside, so you'll be able to tell which one it is just by opening the lid.
Nice, okay.
Be right back.
Oh my, wait just a minute.
What's up?
Give me your right hand.
Okay.
Okay, huh?
I knew it. You're injured. Here, I can patch this up in a jiffy with my healing magic.
Oh.
Whoa, it's all better. Thanks, Mercedes.
I like how they just cut to black so they couldn't do his Koei Tecmo doesn't know how they would do that.
Hey, I
Yeah.
could say the same thing about.
Actually, never mind. I love how he's like, you know, I can turn this around. Wait, no, I can't. Fuck.
Anyway, it should be easier to carry that box now. Thanks again, Mercedes.
Yeah.
No, thank you for offering to help. Oh, and take all the time you need. There's no rush.
Yeah. Alright, any other supports? No. Alright, we're gonna cook some more. Warrior gauge fills faster. Dimitri and Annette. Let's go. But yeah, there's a lot they can improve on, but I'm glad that Fire Emblem isn't in the shitty place it was back when we were at, like...
I bet anyone would love
Because honestly, I was one of those negatives people with Fates that was just like, God, this series is going into hell. I thought Fates was like the worst.
This reminds me of my youth. The days I spent with Glenn and my father.
But now, okay, Kasukihara is nothing but great for me. Yeah, okay, and I was right. My buddy Matt did pass out.
I had no idea you had this kind of skill.
Yeah. Alright.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
New support combo available. I played Fates recently. The thing with Fates' gameplay for Conquest is fun. I just hate the story. On all rounds.
Another beautiful day. Perfect weather to get a bit of training in.
Yeah. Oh my god, Annette.
I'm looking all over for you.
But yeah, Fates is a game that I like gameplay-wise. But the story is where it catches me. And here's the thing. I'm someone who appreciates RPGs for the gameplay and the story, because unlike other genres, RPGs need to have a good mix of both. It's like, people say, but what about Dark Souls? Well, let me tell you about Dark Souls. Dark Souls storytelling is through the motherfucking gameplay. So it still tells a story, but it does a fucking mix. Where it's like, oh, it doesn't just stop to narrate to you. It's like... And that's where the story gameplay integration comes in for there. But Fire Emblem Fates... Like, Fire Emblem Fates is, like, one of the best games to play. But as an RPG, to me, it fails as an RPG. Purely because the story doesn't hold up to snuff.
Hey, Annette. Not used to seeing anyone else up and about this early. What's up?
Alright, 1 second. Gonna bring in my dude.
Okay, I'm alive now.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
Yeah, I work fucking third shift. Don't judge me.
I know, I'm just fucking with ya. But, yeah, oh yeah, let me screen share for ya.
Bug.
Yeah, let me screen share with you real quick, because I'm right now just in the middle of doing supports. I just started chapter 5.
Cool. What's chapter 5 again?
Well, I just, rescued Rhea from ALL. So,
okay, cool.
As you said, you were on chapter 7 last I checked in with you.
I forget exactly how to say where I'm at without spoiling things.
Oh, that's fair. But yeah, but yeah. We're just doing supports right now. And we're having a debate about, RPGs and shit in my comments section, so...
That sounds about right.
Yeah, like, cause, I'm talking about how I like that, there's a limited amount of people that you can recruit in this game compared to 3 houses.
Yeah, I do think that it's really cool. I think that, like, the coolest part is, do you mind some just mild recruitment spoilers for Scarlet Blaze and...
I don't mind at all.
The only 2 units that are on both that like you can only recruit one blue lion and one black eagle on the other route, and it's Mercedes and Yuritsa, which is just cool shit.
I mean, you can't recruit. Actually, you don't recruit Yuritsa in Golden Wildfire.
No, I'm meaning an Azure Gleam.
Oh, an Azure
Golden
Gleam?
Wildfire?
What?
Did I say Golden Wildfire?
I thought you said the two other routes aside from this. My bad. I misunderstood
No,
you.
yeah. Yeah, my bad. I probably worded it poorly. But yeah, you could recruit Yuritsa in Azure Gleam, and you can recruit Mercedes in Scarlet Blaze.
Meanwhile, in do you mind minor spoilers for the end game of
I give zero shits. I've already gotten all the playables spoiled.
Okay, so Mercedes and Yuritsa only appear literally for a small section of the final chapter of Golden Wildfire.
That checks out.
With Yuritsa being a green unit and Mercedes being a red unit until you beat her up and then she joins the green unit.
That's a Fire Emblem thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the one about the
And then it's...
Oh,
and then they just fuck off.
That's fair. I'm just gonna address something in the chat. Yeah, a lot of RPGs do basically just have cosmetic stats that are more vague idea of what it means than actually what it means.
Yeah, like Fire Emblem's like really the only part like game that makes the stats matter.
Like, I understand why it's like that. That way they can have like bigger differences in stats so that you can get bigger like thresholds and shit.
Yeah.
Like one of the best examples is Pokemon, where the stat exact number does matter, but it's more the proportion of it to other things.
Yeah.
And that's just how most RPGs function. It's weird as shit.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy, I could say, honest to God, outside of like maybe Final Fantasy 10 and 13, stats barely might as well not exist aside from HP.
Should I have kept it to myself? I thought it was a great little tune, honest.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you liked it that much.
Yeah, but like FE is just one of those weird games where it's like, oh my god, I can do the calculations in my head? What the fuck?
Yeah, and the calculations still somewhat matter because it's a like Fire Emblem is the best. I stand by this. Fire Emblem is the best strategy RPG franchise. Like I don't care what people say. Like people will praise Final Fantasy Tactics. Yes, Tactics has a good story, but God, tell me if you don't just go in Tactics and be like, he who I throw rock, I deal damage.
Like, I definitely feel like Fire Emblem has, in recent years, fallen much more into the RPG half of its genre, that rather than, like, the strategy/simulation half.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't think that's a problem. Some people do, some people don't give a shit. You know. But, like, with games like Three Houses and Awakening especially, it's definitely fallen more into like, yeah, this is an RPG on a grid with some strategy elements.
Yeah, which is not terrible.
I guess I'll just have
But like,
Yeah. And then there's Conquest, where it's like, wait a minute, what? So you guys can still do this? Okay, understood.
Yeah. Conquest is like the oddity of the modern Fire Emblem era when it comes to that stuff.
I'm really sorry about all this.
And then,
Yeah.
and then they think, oh, you guys want your strategy? Here's Lunatic mode. Here's Maddening mode.
Unironically, Lunatic Conquest is like one of the best designed Fire Emblem games.
Oh wait, I forgot I didn't say Awakening. I meant to say Awakening Lunatic.
Okay, Awakening Lunatic is such a fucking trip.
It is.
That'll just make them all suspicious.
FE is catering more towards RPGs, Marco, because stats are getting higher, so they're getting a little bit closer into that sort of like arbitrary, this stat is high, this stat isn't, is what matters.
Yeah.
It's got a higher focus on singular unit power, which is closer to an RPG rather than the older system that FE has always had of larger casts where you can lose units and it doesn't really matter. Really, the biggest game where this is an exception is FE4, where it does have that small cast, high power concept.
Yeah, but that, like, one of the things with, and I was talking about this with RPGs in general, is that a good RPG has a mix of story, gameplay, integration, and FE4 is the best game to ever do that. In my opinion.
Yeah. FE4 does that phenomenally.
Like I was bringing up the holy weapons and how they, like, yes, they make the game trivial, but that's because they're meant to.
Yeah, and the thing is that the holy weapons, usually, outside for SETI, do not make you invincible. They make you a fucking force of nature, but they do not make you invincible.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, ignoring Forseti and Hellswath because we don't have Hellswath as a playable thing.
Hellswath is excusable because it's not playable.
Yeah. But, like, the big thing with FE4 is that it... I might get called crazy for saying this, but it has one of the highest enemy qualities in the entire series.
Okay, I agree with you there.
Especially towards the end of Generation 2. Like, it's just that your units are so powerful that they can take a couple rounds of combat if they need to.
Yeah. Like, if you really want a challenge in FE4, and I know people roll their eyes when I say this, if you really don't want to cheese through the game, play a substitute run.
I mean, a substitute run is... If I didn't have to play through Generation 1 of FE4 in a way that is painful, then I would love to do a substitute run. That shit looks so much fun.
Yeah, substitute runs are great. Like, I've actually done one. The thing is, they're a challenge because you don't have the Holy Blood. You don't get the extra growths.
You don't get the extra growth. You don't get the inheritance stuff. You don't get the extra weapons. You don't get everything. It's also the original balance of the game.
Yeah, it's like Kaga was like, oh, he didn't intend for you to, like, make you plan out. It's like, well, I say that as a lie, but that's kind of a lie, but it's like, he was like, okay, you can plan out pairings if you want, but I'm not gonna force you to plan out pairings.
Yeah. And then, you know, just naturally you usually end up with more of that. But yeah, real quick, back to what I was saying earlier. Really, like, the games that don't fit into the more RPG-oriented thing is like FE12 and FE11 in recent years.
Yeah.
But, like, if you look at Path of Radiance, it's much more of... It's harder to explain objectively why I say it. But, like, definitely since the GBA era, it's felt more like RPGs normally than it does the original premises behind Fire.
Yeah.
Which might be a really weird thing and might even just be a me thing on that line.
Yeah.
But especially in more recent years, it feels very different, but I don't mind that at all.
Honestly, one of the things I like about series is series that are willing to change and be different. Did you hear? Honestly.
I mean, you're playing a fucking Warriors game. And it's
know, right?
Arguably mainline. So
it's like the Age of Calamity to Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what it is.
God, you know, honestly, if Nintendo wants to keep doing this for their series, do it, please. Like, you know, I told you this before. In our late night chats.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, you know, if they do an FE4 remake, just do Fire Emblem Warriors: The 12 Crusaders.
That shit would be so cool. But yeah, if this game does well, then yeah, these Nintendo Warriors games are here to stay.
They are. Age of Calamity did pretty well.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, this would be their fourth straight success. If this does well, then it's here to stay no matter what.
It is, yes. Honest to God.
And considering how quickly everything fucking sold out, I'd say that this game did pretty well.
It did. It really fucking did. Like, this game... in Texas, RPGs don't really sell well.
Mm-hmm.
In my stores. I went to Target the other day. The shelf was empty.
Yeah.
Usually there's like 3 or 4 copies of a game left on the shelf.
Man, okay, so I know this isn't actually relevant to what you're doing right this moment, but I'm just, like, looking over at the stream. Man, Happy's so fucking pretty.
She is. She fucking is.
I love her fucking redesign because it's just an in-between of her two designs, and I love that. I love... You know how usually you get the awkward middle stage evolution syndrome? This game has, like, the opposite of that.
It really does. Like, me and Swords were doing a tier list.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, me and Swords did a tier list on our channel, and it was just like, oh, it was hard for us to really... We had to put people in D just to be fair.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's all still amazing.
But it was more of, like, a perspective D tier than, like...
Yeah.
An actual D tier.
Like, you watched the video, didn't you?
Actually.
I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I did not.
Okay, like, our bottom four were Ingrid, Dorothea, Leonie, and Lorenz.
That's fair. The funniest thing about that is 2 of those are some of my favorite redesigns in this game.
They are, but the reason we put them on there is because they were neither really they were more of a side grade than an upgrade or downgrade.
That's fair. I definitely think that Ingrid's design is okay. I will admit it wholeheartedly. I fucking love the braid.
Okay, I agree.
Like,
I
her
agree.
losing that is always a downgrade for me, but I definitely like her like, what would you even call this? Like a bob cut?
Same, yes. I mean,
like, I find it's almost like, how do I put this in a way that wouldn't get you kicked off YouTube?
Go ahead, I don't give a shit.
Hey, you.
It looks like something Ingrid would do because she's an adorable dumbass.
Yeah.
And then she'd realize, oh, fuck, that was weird.
Yeah.
And then, like... But then you go over to Leonie, and it's like...
Yeah.
Leonie's just entirely an upgrade from 3 times skip.
Oh, okay.
Like,
this is the best... Leonie's design is the best fucking design ever. For her.
Can I be of service?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say, I didn't care much for a pre-skip. I didn't care much for a post-skip. This, like, I honestly wish, like, there was wifing at the end of this game, because I would have actually legitimately taken Leonie off of design alone.
Like, Leonie's new design in 3 Hopes is what her pre-skip design should have been.
Yes, agreed.
And, like, I could go into a bunch of, like, character shit, the implications of character design, and how it would almost be a weird opposition to characters like Ingrid.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, I'm not gonna go into that. But, like, I love her new design, and I've always loved her post-skip design. It's just that she looks like... I jokingly say she looks like a Boy Scout pre-skip. Because I'm just not exactly sure how to describe what I don't like about her pre-skip design compared to her character.
Yeah. So, also, can I just, off topic, can I just say that I do love that this game gives you, like, new, like, technically, I like to call them the unofficial 9th member of each house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in this game, you've got Rodrigue, like, in this route, you've got fucking Rodrigue.
I love how casually they give him to you, too.
I know, right?
He basically just manifests into your party. It's great.
Yes. I mean, in story, he's no longer the Duke of Fraldarius.
I still love that. That's the funniest shit ever.
Yeah.
They really went... So you know the guy who's probably the least fit to be Duke now? Let's just shove him into the spot. And it's like, okay, sure.
Yeah, I know, right? Felix just was like, I should be Duke. You still need to be Duke.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fucking Rodrigue really goes, I'm gonna go make my own life with blackjack and hookers.
God. And then it's funny thinking about it. With Golden Wildfire with a certain character later. It's just hilarious.
Let's see.
Well, hilarious and touching.
Fair. Like, the thing with... man, I'm so fucking excited to get back to this game. If it wasn't for Monster Hunter...
Like... I mean, Monster Hunter's your brainworm. Let's be fucking fair here.
Okay, the big thing is that Monster Hunter's like the big thing that me and my best friend have been playing.
Oh, I know.
So, like, that's just, like, the big thing for me is that it's just what I've been talking about constantly. But, like, fucking, I'm so hyped to get back to this game because I'm just... Okay, so in the original Warriors game, I fucking hated playing Xander.
Xander was so awkward.
You know how much I love Xander, so I was pissed when he sucks
You're the biggest Xander simp I've ever fucking met.
Like, fucking, I hated playing him because it was just way too floaty and not in, like, the fun way of, like, Lyn and Nafar.
Yeah, like, I'm just gonna say this, Matt. I know, like, hundreds of Xander simps, you're half of them.
Yeah, that's real shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, but, like, yeah, it just fucking blew. Cavaliers in this game are so much goddamn fun.
They are, because... Can I just say that I do like that because of how they limited the classes in this game, it makes it much more concise and fun.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not something you'd think you'd say normally.
I actually really enjoy the, like, limited class trees. That's a fun addition, and it's something that I wouldn't mind seeing in, like, an actual FE game.
Yeah,
because it's just a cool in-between of, like, the original promotion systems and, you know, the more recent ones.
Yeah, Marco, getting a Jagan is cool. Like, Rodrigue, he barely counts as one because he's just a Cavalier, but everyone's still in, like, their Lancer class and the like by the time he joins, so...
Yeah, like, honestly, Jagans are such a weird fucking thing. Like, in Three Houses, you both do and don't feel that you're missing.
Yeah.
Because, like, your Lord is your Jagan.
Exactly.
Three Houses, just because fucking Edelgard, Claude, and Dimitri are so much stronger than your other units at base, alongside Byleth, you just don't need a Jagan, but it still would be fucking nice to have one.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone less than 15?
Also, yeah, the class trees would be cool as shit to have in a normal FE game. Because it would give you, like, the options and sort of customizable characters, but just limit it more.
Yeah.
So maybe you could have, like, 5, maybe 6 outcome classes, and then a couple different ways to get into each one. I just think that'd be cool.
It really would be.
Because one of the, like, interesting ways you can think about Three Houses is that all of your units are trainees.
And that's really how you should think of it, if I'm being completely honest.
It's trainees to tier 3. Like, or tier 3 point fuck you if you go into master classes.
I always call master classes, like 3.75, using D&D terms.
Well, a Jagan's entire purpose is to be strong in the early game. And that's what Byleth and Dimitri do. Like, Byleth and... Okay, I play Azure Moon mostly, and Dimitri do.
I mean...
So, you can have the role of a Jagan be filled without needing a specific unit that falls off in the early game. Yeah, because some games just don't work with the unit falling off in the early game.
It's why Gunter is one of the worst units in Fates.
Well, outside of Conquest.
Oh, well, you know what I mean, though, like...
Yeah, in Revelation, he sucks ass.
Yeah.
Because that's just not a game built for Jagans. And then there's Conquest, where he's fucking insane because he has great weapon ranks, great stats, good pair-up bonuses, you know, he's fucking crazy in Conquest.
Yeah. Also, Sedith and Flane are now in my party, too. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it is cool that they joined. I really love how this game puts a focus on, like, the relationship between the church and the kingdom.
Yes.
Because that's always something that was in the background of the original game of, like, a big deal. Like, the kingdom and the church were extremely close. It just wasn't a major thing in any of the routes. Because, you know, the church route in original Three Houses was the character story.
Yeah. Exactly. Honestly, I'm with... As I said this before you came in, but, like, Three Houses really paved the way for how I want the stories to be told, but Three Hopes makes me cemented in that, like, Three Houses was a lot of good ideas, they just didn't have enough time to really execute well.
Mm-hmm.
This game executes them all super well.
Like, the thing with Three Hopes versus Three Houses is that Three Hopes is the complementary piece.
Yes.
Three Houses is the proper story that they wanted to tell. This is just their way of giving us way more content for that, giving us more perspective, more stories, shit like that.
Yeah.
And I'm down for it.
You know, I thought about this after, like, beating Golden Wildfire on Monday. You know what I would love, even though I know it couldn't happen and it'd be hard to do with, like, without Billy Kamets now, too?
Oh.
But you know how, like, Persona has, like, Persona 4 and then Persona 4 Golden, which adds more content and stuff?
Yeah, fucking Fire Emblem Three Houses Ultimate.
Fire Emblem Three Houses Ultimate, where you can choose to play Three Hopes story as an SRPG.
Well, I think what I'd like out of, like, a Three Houses Ultimate is input any missing content that wasn't available to be put in. Like, extend the story of Crimson Flower, give us a couple more playable units, just smaller stuff like that, and then the big one would be fucking add Shez as a playable unit. Just bullshit their inclusion. I don't mind.
You know what you could do? You could add him in, like, add him in as, like, the late game Goto to, like, depending on the route. You know, like, you know how, like, Saros has, Byleth as, like, the inheritor of, oh wait, no, that's spoilers. Never mind.
Yeah, I kind of know what you mean, and, like, that'd be cool, but I'd just like Shez to be thrown in early game, bullshit it in, because, like, you know, give you a fun unit to use.
Yeah. Oh, I should show you my roster real quick with New Game Plus.
I've caught a couple glimpses at it, but...
Like, let's look at my units real quick. Like, this is New Game Plus Riek.
Mm-hmm.
Skipping these guys,
yes.
they're not New
the
Game
Azure
Plus.
class.
And then here's Ash. Here's how he ended at the end of, Golden Wildfire.
Hog. Parthia. Gotta love it.
Yeah. Well, the Parthia plus 10 was actually what you get for S ranking in the final map.
That's cool.
And, then we have Petra.
You probably get fucking, like the Gradimus and the, Clear for the other two routes.
Probably.
Gotta love that plus 25 on the goddamn Silver Sword.
Yes. Then you've got my Happy.
Pog. Doesn't she get a fucking, like, Hero's Relic now?
Happy, yes she does.
Cool.
Or, like...
Let me tell you a funny story. I actually have, like, the name of it spoiled because Darkstar's already finished Scarlet Blaze.
That sounds about right.
He had to finish it before Sunbreak dropped, so, like, he bum rushed it. But the funny thing about, like, Happy's personal skill is, so, for a long time, in a lot of projects, I've used a couple characters with a class called Raider, which is just a wyvern with a bow, basically.
Yeah, and that's a pretty badass idea.
But the big thing is that the Raiders, their big perf weapon was always Harati, the Infernal Bow. It's just a cool fire bow. Just dope.
Yeah.
And then fucking Darkstar tells me that Happy, one of my favorite characters in the game, has a fucking perf named Harati.
Yeah.
It's just funny as shit, because that's a name I've used for literally like half a decade now.
Damn.
So, it's just funny as shit.
I mean, I'm glad that you and me both agree that Happy's, like, the best of the Ashen Wolves. Or rather, the best girl.
I think from a writing perspective, Yuri's the best, but my favorite is definitely Happy by a solid margin.
Oh, no, Yuri's a fucking solid character. Like hands down.
I stand by it that Yuri in Three Houses, everything Claude was pretending to be. And I don't even mean that to, like, insult Claude at all in Three Hopes. I have no idea what he's written, like, later in the story.
Oh, Claude...
But from what I've heard, I'm gonna love him in Three Hopes.
You will. You fucking will. Like, I honestly say after Azure Wild, or Azure Gleam, play Golden Wildfire next. But I know you're going to Scarlet Blaze.
I really want to play Golden Wildfire, partly because fucking Swordmaster Holst is, like, the funniest thing they've ever done.
Yeah, Holst being a Swordmaster is fucking insane.
Like, the thing that I don't like about it is he's so obviously meant to be a hero, but then they just didn't have hero as a class.
Yeah.
Like,
they seem to be allergic to weapon classes in this game.
It's probably just because they don't want to, like, confuse things too much.
That's true. That's fair.
Which, like, is entirely understandable.
Yeah.
But it is just funny, because it's like, he was so obviously a hero before they decided to remove hero.
I mean, I thought he was going to be a warrior, honest to God.
I mean, yeah, that's what everyone expected him to be, but, like, also Hero Holst is cool as shit.
Actually, you know what? Speaking of, like Three Houses Ultimate, make Holst fucking playable.
Yeah, that'd be dope as shit.
Also, can I just say that, Pro ZD does an amazing job as Holst?
Oh yeah, what I've heard, he does great. Because I've heard a little bit because of Sean playing it at my house, but fucking shit's dope.
Yeah. Also, I did not S-rank this because I killed too few people. Oh wait, no, I did S-rank. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you just barely, but you did.
Yeah. There is no hero class in this game. It goes, so sword units go from, you go from Myrmidon to mercenary / thief. And then from mercenary you go to swordmaster, from thief you go to, assassin. And then, swordmaster goes to fucking, mortal savant.
No, Swordmaster goes to Dreadfighter, because let's be honest here about what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I get it, they wanted something a little different, because it's not exactly Dreadfighter in games. It's fucking Dreadfighter.
You can call a spade a shovel. Or no, you can call a spade a fucking hose. That's a fucking spade.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I definitely... I'm not big on that hero isn't in the game. It is my favorite class for a reason. But it's also like, I totally understand.
Honestly, I'm just sad Berserker was cut out yet again. Because there's some people that I feel because you know what the final Axe Master class is, right?
I forget.
Wyvern Lord.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
And I feel like it doesn't fit for some people.
Yeah, that's just a downside of, like, they don't really have a good Axe Master class.
Yeah.
But, like, Warrior in Three Houses is just Berserker.
It really is.
Like, Warrior in other games is very defined from Berserker, and in this game it just isn't.
Yeah, like, Warrior... Like, there's a reason they removed Warrior and Fates, because they didn't feel it was needed.
Mm-hmm. I'd say War Master is closer to, like, a more traditional warrior.
Yeah, but that's axes and gauntlets. But still,
yeah, but
different purpose.
Stat-wise, it's a lot closer to warrior than it is Berserker.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, warrior is just Berserker in this game.
Mm-hmm, pretty much. They could have just called it Berserker.
Mm-hmm. Then no one would have asked a goddamn question.
Yeah.
Great Knights are axe units, Marco, but they are the final step of the Armored Knight tree, rather than...
Yeah, exactly.
Which is entirely reasonable.
It is.
Oh, what were we saying?
Oh, I was just saying, Great Knights are pretty good.
Yeah. Like, fucking Argo. one time I got Dimitri into Warrior, so I gave him both Wrath and Battalion Wrath, along with Battalion Vantage.
You just created War Crimes the unit.
Yes. And then because it's me, I gave him the Chalice of Beginnings just to laugh my way to endgame.
That's fucking beautiful. But goddamn.
And with how I play, I always new game plus one skill onto my units.
That's
and
fair.
It's always Wrath for Dimitri now because it's just funny.
Also, can I just say, I would have loved it if New Game Plus 3 houses allowed you to just transfer levels over. Just so that you can try to get to level 99. Just for the hell of it.
Marco, this is why your parents don't fucking love you.
But you didn't say they're great. Oh my god damn. Oh.
Great Knights peaked at fucking Lex.
Great. Lex! I mean, okay, I'm just gonna say FE8 Great Knights are pretty good too.
Dusel is still chasing the high that Lex created.
That's fair though.
I do love Dusel. Dusel's pretty fun.
Yeah.
He's no Lex.
That's fair though. Alright, so I've got some training points. We're gonna just keep going because I've got a million. I'm committing war crimes here by having a level 76 unit against level 20 people. Like, this isn't even fair anymore.
I mean, yeah, that's what New Game Plus does. Dude, fucking Ingrid is actually really fun in this game.
She is. Like, Pegasus Knights are really fun. Like, honest to God. I will say my favorite unit to play as, though, as generic as it is Shez, though. Just because he makes big combo.
Shadow Dash is fun.
Like, big combo gives serotonin.
I forgot how serotonin was spelled for a moment, and I thought that you were making a joke about, like, Sarah from FE7.
No.
Then it's like, I'm rather certain I'm one of, like, 3 people that actually like Sarah, so...
Oh, I like Sarah, too. I can never publicly say it because I get hounded about it.
Fair. It's like, look at her. She's stupid.
She's stupid. Like, I will say this. I don't care for Constance, but that's because I started with Sarah.
Mm-hmm. Constance is so fucking weird for me, because, like, on one hand, I really like Constance. On the other hand, you're just worse Ferdinand.
Really, yeah, exactly. And Ferdinand, you know, I used to be really not caring about Ferdinand, but I love, like, Ferdinand has really grown on me over the years.
Yeah, he's fucking great. Like, again, I could talk about Ferdinand forever. You've heard me fucking do it.
I've been up with you until 4 a.m. one time talking about fucking Ferdinand.
Yeah, he's dope as shit.
Yeah. Like, one of our, like, we both love Ferdinand. And I'm just gonna say this. The voice cast for this game is absolutely perfect.
Like, the only voice actor that I'm kind of mid on is Mercedes. And it's not because of the voice itself, it's just because of how she talks.
Yeah, Dorothy...
Like, the voice acting isn't bad, it's just... I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, that's just how Dorothy Fawn does her stuff in general, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't... Like, Dorothy Fawn is just how she is.
Yeah. Like, again, it's not bad. I would play in Japanese if it weren't for Bernadetta and Dimitri. Fucking... everyone's sung his praises a million times before, but Chris Hackney does a fucking insane job.
I'm just gonna say this, Chris Hackney is the best VA in the industry right now. Like, hot take. For English VAs, Chris Hackney...
I would not be surprised to find out that that's entirely accurate.
Like, I love other VAs, like Robbie Damon, he does an amazing job on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I've actually met the dude, he's pretty good, but Chris Hackney, he could voice, like, do you know who Nolan North is?
I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I'm bad with names on a good day.
Okay, well,
So
Nolan
I
North...
memorize most VAs.
Nolan North, for Western games, used to be the guy that could, like, do a million voices. Like, he did in Mafia 2, he did a scene where 12 of his... Like, no, he played 12 characters in Mafia 2, but he did a scene where 8 of them were talking to each other in one room.
Beautiful.
And voiced them all, and nobody could tell that it was Nolan North if you didn't know who it was.
Fair.
Chris Hackney can do the same.
Like, fucking... Chris Hackney, I'm talking about just his Dimitri performance, so I can only fucking imagine his other performances that I don't know about.
You know he's Bowie, right? In Echoes?
That checks out. I couldn't have told you that, which just kind of proves your point.
Yeah, exactly. You see, that's the range that Chris Hackney fucking has. And why I love him. But yeah, Chris Hackney was Bowie in Echoes.
Man, fucking... Echoes is such a good goddamn game. Like,
Echoes is my standard.
Yet another fucking tangent, but... Fucking Echoes is so good.
I'm with you on Echoes love. Like, I will praise Echoes to hell and back.
Like, Gaiden is a good game, but it has a lot of problems. And Echoes just fixes, like, 80% of them. Especially the terrain issue with magic, because... You know that summoner map that's hell in Act 2? Mm-hmm.
Imagine if magic didn't remove a void.
I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I just do it with Celica and the Golden Dagger anyway.
Well, there's no Golden Dagger in Gaiden. I'm talking about in Gaiden.
Yeah.
No Golden...
Yeah, that sounds awful.
It's no use. It's a fucking travesty. And the fact is, I hate it so much.
You know, the gold dagger is always funny to me, because it's just like, I imagine fucking Mycen handing it to Celica, saying, "Stab a bitch, young one."
I mean...
And like...
Yeah. Honestly.
Mycen is such a fucking cool unit. I fucking love Mycen.
Mycen is like Renning in a... Like, he's like the Renning of fucking Echoes.
The difference is that he doesn't... Okay, he kinda gets entirely outclassed, because you get fucking Zeke first.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like...
Actually, now I'm curious. How do they square it?
But yeah, Mycen and Echoes... He's fucking, Like, Mycen and Echoes is just great. Like, he's a good, solid unit, and so is Renning. Both of them could clear a lot of enemies.
Okay, Mycen, outside of losing 3 speed, is actually better than Zeke in every other way.
Really?
Yeah, fucking...
I guess the thing with Zeke is just that he comes in earlier.
Yeah, like not much earlier, but he also does have 3 base speed, because I think Gold Knight's base is just 14.
It is.
Yeah, and then Mycen has 11. But everything else Mycen has better.
Yeah, exactly. Mycen is just such a good unit.
Like, he's not insanely good, but he is very fun. I do like him as a unit. He's fun to use.
Also, I'm gonna do something cheap that you can only do in New Game Plus real quick.
Oh, Lord.
Vanguard Whistle. Oh, you can't use Vanguard Whistle for that one? Fuck you.
Good.
So, in New Game Plus, you get these things called Vanguard Whistles, which... If you put them over you can use a Vanguard Whistle to capture this entire region.
Well, damn.
You don't get an S rank. You don't get the S rank, but you do get the capture points, and then you can do this stuff.
Fair enough.
But unfortunately, apparently you can't do it for these.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that fucking male-only map apparently caught Lady super off guard, because she was, like, almost exclusively playing Ingrid.
Yeah. That's why I use everyone.
Like, I just use a mix. So.
Okay, Marco, to be fair, the Moguls have 22 speed. Nothing fucking doubles those fuckers. Like, let's be fair here.
Yeah, only your dread fighters are realistically going to do anything against the moguls speed-wise. Everything gets doubled by them.
Yeah. Alright. So first we're going...
Also here, I will finally like the stream now that I've got it pulled up.
Oh, thank you, I forgot. I don't even ask to do that often.
I know, I was just sitting here with it open this entire time to look at chat. I was like, sure, I'll fucking like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, just speed at the end of Echoes, you can either break the 22 threshold or you can't, and most units just can't.
Echoes is a low stat game, and it's for the best for it, really.
Like, admittedly, moguls aren't much of a threat to Zeke or Mycen at all. You're much more worried about the fucking dread fighters in Duma's Temple that are fucking menaces to society.
They are. Also, yes, Matilda is good, just don't talk to Del about that.
You know, Del would shoot me in the back of the head twice, giving me the CIA award for journalism if I said this, but you know, fucking Matilda's just better than Clive.
Thank you.
Love Clive, but Matilda is better than Clive.
And that's just the facts, really.
Like, you know, you can say, oh, but Clive's gonna be promoted for... It's like Matilda's better when she promotes.
Matilda's once she promotes, and she has higher base res at the same time.
Yeah, and
that
she also
10
just,
base
you know,
res in a game in Act 3, where there's fucking, you know, druids
mages
everywhere.
all over the goddamn place.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that on Alm's route. The relationship there is that everything can murder you very easily, but you can murder everything else very easily.
Yes, exactly. And I love it. Because it's a good kind of balance. It's like, oh, okay, I can... You gotta be careful. It's like, who strikes the best blow, you know?
Mm-hmm. And, okay, usually it's Alm or Gray, but, you know.
Yeah. Also, we're taking it out on an expedition because she wants to go on an expedition.
Man, I fucking love games with Lords as like the best units in the game.
Honestly,
it's gotta be one of my favorite genders.
Or like, honestly, that's what I love about. That's one of the things I love about most games is when the Lord is your best unit, because people are like, your Lord shouldn't be your best unit. He needs to be someone that can be an. Because your Lord, if your Lord loses, it's game over. So you need to be more careful. It's like, no, that just makes it an artificial difficulty.
Yeah.
Like,
you know,
you fucking Elliewood. Looking at you, fucking Lynn.
Okay, don't fucking group Elliewood in with Lynn and Erica. He is so much better than both of them.
Well, still, but he's still not great compared to, like, say, Hector.
Yeah, he's still not great. He's just... He is so much fucking better than, like, Roy, Lynn, those units. Like, the really bad Lords.
Yes.
And he just doesn't deserve to be grouped with them like that.
Looking at you, Shadow Dragon Marth.
Mr. 80% weapon triangle disadvantage.
Yeah, fuck. God. You know, I still will defend Shadow Dragon because I love it. But the weapon triangle should not have been in those games.
I never really get to relax on my days off. I'm so indecisive that I spend
I mean, yeah, you could say, oh yeah, make the lose condition another thing, but they need a fucking story to tell, Marco.
Yeah.
And, you know, just, you could try and write a story where it's like, yeah, there is no main character or, like, Nexus character for it, and sure, you can do it, but just, it won't work nearly as well.
I mean, the closest you could do is, like...
And it also gives you a consistent lose condition.
Yeah. SD Mars isn't that bad, but I'm just talking about, like... Yeah.
Shadow Dragon Marth struggles a lot more than most Lords do.
Also, hey, Randy! Yes.
Hey, Randy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shadow Dragon Marth, I played Shadow Dragon recently on, I believe it was a hard one. Which, you know, it wasn't too hard, but, like... Marth was good, but he did take a lot more effort to get there than just about any other.
Yeah, and the problem is that, like, Marth is, like, really your only real sword lock that doesn't have the good stats of like Ogma.
Mm-hmm.
Ogma
Like
and Navarre.
The big thing with Shadow Dragon: A New Mystery is that they take the balance of FE 1 and 3 and just eat it.
Yeah. At least there was still weight though, unlike FE 12.
Yeah, weight getting lost at FE 12 is a little bit dumb, to say the least.
Yeah.
But like, it's just. Yeah, Marco, that goes almost entirely against what FE is usually about. And it also goes against what it's about nowadays. So, like, it's one idea, but that's leaning a bit too much into these are entirely generic people, when they are still characters that you're supposed to at least enjoy to some extent, or throw some attachment to.
Yeah. And that's just kind of... Exactly, like... Fire Emblem has become more of a character story over time, which I know a lot of people are mixed on.
Like, you know, yada yada, you can say waifu emblem all you want, you can say... You could bitch and whine about... Oh, but my fucking generic characters that nobody gave a shit about. And it's like... You know, FE has always kind of had those generic characters that most people don't like, but, you know, it's just kind of like... losing them isn't a big deal. In exchange for games with smaller casts that are much more developed.
Oh, right. This is the male-only map.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, why can't I start the battle? There we go.
No girls allowed.
Tumblr is now throwing a hissy fit. Same with Twitter.
That checks out. Wait, they're different places still?
Surprisingly, Tumblr's still alive.
Surprisingly, Tumblr's the better of those two now.
Yeah.
They got rid of the porn and a lot of degenerates, too.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, like... Fire Emblem just has... Fire Emblem has always had the need of the Lord character. That's always been the thing.
Also, on that note, Marco, the MC dying would still be the loose condition.
Yeah, it would actually. I think he's just...
Like, unless you just made them an entirely non-playable unit, which is, like, an option, but kind of a weird one.
What Marco was bringing up kind of reminds me more of XCOM in a way, where if you lose too much, it's a game over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But XCOM's also a very different kind of...
It is, exactly.
Like, a lot of the time, if you enjoy Fire Emblem, you'll probably enjoy XCOM to some extent, but, like... And, you know, that also goes the other way around, but they are very different games.
They really are, like... I love...
I mean, you're also just bitching and whining about something that doesn't need to be changed. It's not broken, it's just not your preference, my guy.
I mean, yeah, I can...
Like, you can go he who Fire Emblem has bad writing like so many people always have, but it just doesn't have bad writing. It's got great stories, great characters. Lords are usually great characters.
Like, there's very few lords I could say I genuinely dislike.
Like, the worst I can really say about them is, like, they're boring, and then there's Korn.
And Korn, I'll say this, hot take, Korn improves on me when you take him out of the main character spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I actually love Korn and Warriors.
I think Korn would be cool if they were just one of the Norian characters.
Korn, or, you know, put Korn in the Robin position that Robin was in Awakening. Where it's not like he's the, like, most important unit aside from, like, in the world, but it's like he's someone that you see the world through.
Yeah.
Without making him the main character.
Yeah, I definitely think that if you move Korn from being, like, the main character, because, let's be honest here, in World, Xander and Realm are the main characters.
Yeah. And that's just a personal thing, Marco. That's just a personal thing. Which, and that's okay, like, not everyone has to agree on the story thing.
Yeah, like, not everyone's going to agree, but just saying that, oh, FE stories are bad because you don't like them and saying, oh, they're just being lazy or whatever, or making a compromise by having a main character, despite that being one of the most common ways of writing in all of history.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
that's kind of petty, my guy.
What? You know what game I think you should try, Marco, if you haven't? Berwick Saga. Because Berwick Saga, yes, it still has an MC, but he's barely there for a fuck ton of the maps.
He's there for the longest and hardest maps, but, like, yeah, he's not there for any of the side missions, which make up a majority of the game.
Yeah, and the side missions, it's like he barely isn't there.
I mean, yeah, again, but that's just your opinion on him. Like,
yeah. I see where you come from. I just purely cannot agree there at all.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I get what you mean, but again, I just disagree, so.
Yeah, it's again, it's all a matter of like it's all really just a perspective thing, like. I don't know how best to put it, like, I'm not saying this to just be like tiptoeing, I'm just saying this because it's like,
yeah, just
best way I can put it. Because I don't know the correct way to put it word-wise for myself.
Like, I could just call you an idiot and be done, but like,
but that's not fair to the argument.
Yeah, it's just.
And that's not a good argument.
Effie has good stories. If you say that they don't have good stories, then you're being dishonest. They at least have passable stories at worst.
I mean, and that's again all subjective too. Like,
yeah, it's just. But the only thing you can't say is, oh, they're bad. It's like, they don't fumble too much. Like, you've got FE7, which if you dig too deep is a bit weird. And you've got, Fates, which is just... Fates is a mess.
Fates is a mess because it's like the clearest cash grab ever.
Yeah, but, like, past those two games, which do have their issues, and FE7 is... It's no worse of a story than, like, 99% of movies and books nowadays.
The problem with FE7 is it's hard to look at it like FE7 is just fine if you don't look at it as a prequel. The biggest problem is it comes
FE7's fine as long as you don't like dig into it too much. It's just entertaining at a like basal level.
Yeah, but I'm saying like thinking of it as a prequel is where you dig into it. Is what I mean.
Yeah, in some ways, but I'm meaning like even if it's just like if you take it on its own, it does have a lot of story issues once you dig into it.
Yeah, but it's still very passable. I just say that FE6 was already a piss poor bare bones story anyway.
FE6 has some cool ideas, but overall it is just a worse retelling of FE1.
And that's how I agree, and I agree with that, but that's because FE6 is my bottom 3, personally.
Like, I wouldn't call FE6's story bad at all, it's just, FE had done it before and they did it better.
It feels like, we need to capture the same zeitgeist with our soft reboot.
Mm-hmm.
And then FE7 tried something more original.
I do generally think that FE6 had some really cool ideas in it. Like, I'm a big fan of Idun. She's just a great final boss in terms of story, not in terms of gameplay.
Honestly, if they just buffed Idun a bit more, it would have been a lot better.
The issue with Idun is that she doesn't have the, like, having attack thing that previous Dark Dragons did.
Yeah.
So, like... And then you also literally got, like, how many weapons is it? 9 weapons built to kill her?
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like the GBA engine should have been worked on a bit more before they made FE6, so they could have had skills. Because I feel like the GBA
I think that they were trying to also simplify things a bit, so they didn't want skills.
That's fair, but at the same time, it kind of feels like a detriment.
Yeah, I definitely think that skills would benefit the games, considering.
I think that an FE6 remake, when we get one after FE4, because I will march to Nintendo myself if we get a fucking FE6 remake before FE4. which is not. I know it's not gonna happen, but
Well, FE6 supports are usually very bare bones. The character writing it's all right. Like, it doesn't do anything interesting, and there's only a couple of like really good characters in FE6.
yeah.
And they're like Yoder and Fear.
I mean, okay, I disagree with that. Rutger's pretty good.
Rutger's just shitty Navarre.
I mean, a shitty Navarre is still a good Navarre. Because Navarre is
Like,
pretty good.
Rutger's just Navarre, but he's really angry. Like, that's about it. And Navarre's whole thing was that he was like a very morally set person.
That's fair.
And that's what makes Navarre cool. That's like the big part of his character, is that he has a set of morals that he is not willing to abandon.
You know, I really should... You know, I'm sorry to tangent, but you know that FE1 Arcanea remake I was working on a while back?
Yeah.
I should get back to that.
Yeah, you should.
Because, like, our conversations the other day have made me think about that, because, fun fact, with SRPG Studio, there's a plugin to do supports.
Ugh.
And I kind of want to do that.
Fair enough. But yeah, like, FE6's character cast is, like, mostly just characters from Arcanea that have just been ripped off than people think are good because you know, Arcanea doesn't have an easily or super good playable version for the most part that appeals to most people.
Yeah.
Because Shadow Dragon is good, but it doesn't appeal to most people. FE12 is... Everyone kind of started realizing Thrasia's bad, so they moved to FE12 as the elitist game to suck off.
Well, people still like Thracia, but the problem is that Thracia elitists are kind of now the most toxic people in the fandom.
Yeah.
Like...
But, like, FE12 is just... Again, it's a good game, but it really does a disservice to what FE3 was.
Yeah.
Did this guy just spit up the, like, playable, like, the enemies?
No, these guys surprise attack you every time.
Oh, okay.
Like, this
I got a different extra quest, so...
The extra quests are randomized.
Yeah, I'm just, like, fucking... I thought he just spat those guys out.
Yeah, no, with the monster quest, Grave Threat, it always starts with just these two monsters, and then a whole bunch of enemy generals come at you.
Fair.
Good old Dedue.
Man, can I say that the animation for Smash in this game is so fucking goofy and I love it?
It's so good. Like, it really is. Also, I love the warrior like heavy attack after like 3 regular hits. Because it just goes fucking hard.
I haven't gotten to Warrior yet. You're actually about to get to the point where I'm at.
Oh.
Because I have yet to fight Leonardo, but I just stopped right before that map.
That's fair. Like, again, you have your Monster Hunter that you play with friends, honestly.
Yeah.
And honestly,
it's less than playing it with friends and more than it's just the only thing me and that friend talk about right now, just because it's fun as shit for both of us right now.
I mean, that's fair, you know? If you have something that you can, like, just relate to a friend with, that's always nice, you know?
Yeah, it's been dope as shit. But yeah, like, I'm gonna be getting back to, Three Hopes soon. Probably today, honestly, because watching you play it has made me really want to play it more.
Honestly, this game is addictive. Like, honestly, I'll be honest, and I've said this a million times, I find it a better mark when I find it better to dislike a game than to drop a game. Like, if I beat a game and then dislike it, that's fair. That I find that in higher quality than dropping a game, because I don't drop games that often. Like, if I drop a game, that's a truly bad quality.
Yeah, like, you know, the only game that I've ever actually flat out dropped is Thrasher. Fucking... Because he who lets add Fog of War to every goddamn map, even though it's not needed.
Thracia
And
Fog
then
of
fucking-
War is like, it was the first time they did it, and it should have been the last time they did it.
Like, I could understand, like, oh, the first time they did it, if it didn't suck ass so much.
Yeah, and then they just, like, at least with three three houses now, and 3 hopes, you know what they did for Fog of War? They made it so they had a caster you could kill to get rid of Fog of War.
Yeah, like, I don't mind fucking, what's it called? I don't mind, like, Chapter 3 and 3 houses. I think that's a cool way of doing Fog.
Yeah.
Where it's basically like a gimmick for the first half of the map.
And that's how every Fog of War map in this game is, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, that's good shit. Also, damn.
No, you do face Fog in FE5 without getting the guidance.
Yes, Fog...
Like, you didn't play the fucking game if you think that.
Chapter 12, regular Chapter 12 is a fog... No, wait, 12X is the fog map. Yeah, there are fog maps.
No, 12 is a fog map, too.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But yeah, there's a lot of fog maps in Thracia that
Also,
aren't just...
you can't turn down a guidance. So, like...
Yeah.
It's not like fucking FE7 where you can just go, no, I don't want to play that, and just skip it. No, if you unlock the Gaiden, which is easy to do most of the time, you fucking get the Gaiden.
Yeah. Like, guidance in Thracia, they force you. Like, honestly...
Not to mention, you also have units that are fucking damn near required to beat the game locked behind.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure that's Chapter 11. I might be misremembering. It might be like Chapter 13 I'm thinking of, but there's the map with Marita whenever you finally get her.
That's 12.
Okay, yeah, it is Chapter 12, I guess.
And then Salem...
It's been a while.
And then it's like 12, and then 12X is also a Fog of War.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're attacking at night, and for some reason they don't have torches inside their house.
That is, like, the most coming up with an excuse to say, you don't have to do that. It's like, I don't want to have to look up every requirement of every Gaiden chapter just to avoid playing shitty maps. The maps are still shit, and they don't have to be.
Yeah, like, I'm someone that, like, I appreciate Thracia, but it's not one I will go back to. Because Thracia just has so much wrong with it that I can never go back. That it's just like, it's not one of those that I, like, am tempted to go back to.
Like, if the way to enjoy a game is to avoid content, and not in, like, the, oh, I'm going to do a challenge run kind of way. Like, if you want to just do, like, a challenge run, it's like, okay, sure, because you can do all the content on a challenge run. But if the way to avoid shitty maps is to not play them, like, there's something wrong with that design.
Yeah.
And it's mostly because of one shitty mechanic. Okay, there's a lot of shitty mechanics.
Thracia has a lot of... Okay, like, the mechanics of Thracia aren't shitty in idea, it's just in execution.
The thing with Thracia's mechanics is that most of them work well if they're the main mechanic. But they just don't work with all of them together.
Like...
They just don't work well.
Like Capture. Capture is a good idea, but but the execution is flawed.
Mm-hmm. Like, I much prefer... Like, unironically, I think the thing that we've been doing with randomizers lately of, like, just the grab bag ROMs, where every enemy drops something, I think that's so much better than Capture.
It is.
Because it makes it feel like you're actually, you know, making use of the corpses.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're actually just looting shit.
Well, Thracia does...
kind of morbid, but...
And Thracia encourages you to warp skip. That's another big issue.
Well, Thracia encourages you to warp skip by making every map fucking unbearable to play.
Yeah, exactly. That's...
Like,
We will proceed as planned.
again, my thoughts on warp skipping are entirely separate from Thracia, but that's another problem with Thracia.
Let's begin.
Yeah.
Allow
Warp skipping is just your least favorite thing in all of Fire Emblem in general.
It's just boring as shit.
It's why when I'm doing the Arcanea remake, I'm nerfing warp. It's gonna be just 10 spaces max.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you know, my thing with warp is just like, I think if it's very limited, it's fine. Like, you know, I think FE3 warp is fine.
FE3 warp is fine.
And also because Marth isn't good enough to just, like, entirely solo the game with warp skipping.
Thracia, in Thracia, they do an intentional he who, like, you know, tongue-in-cheek thing of, oh, the enemy is left their throne.
Mm-hmm.
Because Thracia does that a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, I get what you're trying to do, but why even have a person, why even have a map if you're just going to encourage us to warp skip?
You were gone when I said this, but I think one of the coolest ways that you could do something akin to capture / I think stealing is overall fun. I think it is fine how it is. I like the idea of stealable items that reward you for paying attention to the enemies and using your thieves. But I think the better alternative to capturing is just to have every enemy drop something.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as a vulnerary, a chest key, or just have, like, most enemies drop something.
Right.
Because not all droppables need to be special, and you can have this be offset by having a fairly small convoy size, so you have to, so it makes inventory management a big deal, and maybe have that, I entirely blanked on what I was saying for a moment.
You're talking about, like,
one of the rewards for that offset be that your convoy expands by doing guidance maps or something.
Yeah, like, guidance maps. Honestly, I agree with that. Now, I will say I do like the capture mechanic, but that's because I like the way it was implemented into fucking Berwick.
The thing with Berwick is that its capture mechanic would be way better if it was basically just, if you leave them on 1 HP after hitting them down from over half HP, Dean would have to lose fucking Mercy for this to work. But if it was like that where you have to knock them down to 1 HP from above half, I think it'd be fine.
Yeah. Like, honestly.
They backed it down for FE5 because they changed a lot of mechanics to make room for new mechanics, which is another issue with DSFE. And then didn't really care about how they affected things.
And then it's like, Thracia also was like the invention of like one of a stat that I just both like and dislike. And that's the build stat. I feel like the build stat was like one of the best and worst ideas to ever come out.
You know what they say about playing with fire.
I'm one of those people that really likes con as a concept because I think it's another way to make units distinct.
That's fair. And that's perfectly fair.
This unit's got great stats, but oh, they've got fairly low con, so you're a bit more limited, or you have to use heavier weapons more carefully.
Yes, exactly. And that's a good way to go about it.
And I think that, like, a compromise you could make is just have most units not have a con stat, and then have some units have, like, 3 to 5.
Right. Oh, there's
so, like, oh, the big deal for this unit is they've got 5 fucking con. So they can use weapons that most units would have to really struggle to use a lot easier.
Exactly.
Fates fixed con by not having it.
Fates didn't really even have con. Fates had like
Fates didn't have weapon wave.
It didn't have weapon wave. It just had like no durability, and with the no durability, they had like, you know, special like conditions where it's like every weapon above, every weapon that was not an iron or killer weapon or a special weapon. And I'm not talking about the fucking regalia, because goddamn that regalia.
Like, the thing with fucking Fate's weapon balance is, like, it's cool, but they didn't make the actual, like, weapons that don't have downsides weak enough to justify using other weapons.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that's fair
yeah,
enough.
he's making your game Elegy of the Wayfarer, which honestly I cannot wait until you guys have like some sort of like product for that, because I'm actually excited for that one.
Argo, something that you could do for that is theme droppable weapons very heavily towards what kind of army you're fighting. Like, if you're fighting merchants, have their droppables be mostly like healing items or like treasures, stat boosters, stuff like that. While if you're fighting a more professional army, or let's say for this sake, like the next step up would be like privateers. So you're not fighting a professional navy, but you are fighting professional fighters.
Yeah.
You could theme that more towards basic weapons or like equipment items if you have those, stuff like that. Or maybe even like promotion items. And then you could go into like higher tier, like professional navies and shit that would drop you like high-end stuff, just general high-end stuff, but maybe they're a little bit more uniform, so not every unit drops them, but droppables are still more common, but you have to steal more shit from like the professional navy.
Yeah. And that'd be a cool way to go about it.
And that idea of a mini convoy is actually really cool. Like, just a temporary inventory that you can send shit and you have to manage it after the map. I like that.
Honestly,
That's
everything
cool.
that he talks about, like, he talks to me in these chats about Elegy of the Wayfarer. That's the name of his game, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, honestly, pirate SRPG is cool as shit.
I mean, you know where you know where he got the idea from. Like, he can even tell you himself.
No idea.
Remember that fake pirate emblem link for FE16 back in the day?
I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. No.
Okay,
I either wasn't into FE at that time, or I was, like, one of the very casual fans that had only played Awakening.
Okay, so back in the day, there was a Reddit leak about, with a...
Oh, no, I know about it.
Yeah, so the pirate...
I just don't remember, like, details of it.
Yeah, but pretty much that one, that's where, Argo and his group got the idea. And I love it ever since.
That's a cool idea. Like, the little bit I've heard sounds cool as shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think an emphasis on stealing and maybe have a unit or two where their gimmick is that whenever they kill an enemy, they automatically get steal.
Yeah.
So, like, you could give the Lord that effect.
That'd be cool, honestly.
But yeah, honestly, fucking Pirate Emblem is a cool idea. I think it'd be fun.
I would honestly play the hell out of that. But
like the biggest question I'd have, and you know, you can answer this if you want, Argo, not gonna make you. But is like, how would you want to how high tech would you go into it? Like, would you have shit like blunderbusses and I forget the exact name of it because pirates and like naval stuff isn't my specialty. But like the bigger guns that they had that weren't cannons really.
The hand cannons and stuff.
No, I mean like the ones that were like mounted.
Those were just called ballistae.
Ballista were like actually a specific thing, but yeah. Anyway, like how high tech would you go? Would there be fire? Shit, would be my biggest question.
I remember
how would that be?
I remember when I made like pirate classes for like an SRPG when I was like back when I was like 19. I made a special weapon specifically for the pirate class called the blunderbuss.
I still think one of the random ideas I had that would be funny as shit is like go full TRS shaman with one of the main characters. But instead of her receiving like, oh, a summon staff or a special tome or like a sword like Celica.
Yeah.
She just gets a goddamn gun.
I mean, fair, like
And like just use like a Berwick style ammo system, so you can just buy ammo from the blacksmith, but it's fairly expensive.
You got my back? I'll keep you safe.
That's pretty cool, right? Card system RPGs, like we're talking about strategy RPGs right now, Randy, but like yeah, card system RPGs.
Card systems RPGs can be fun as shit.
Like one of my favorite Kingdom Hearts game is Chain of Memories, and that uses a card system.
Like, I can't think of any off the top of my head. I know I've played a couple, but just, again, I'm awful with names. But, like, card RPGs, cool shit.
They can be, like, really can be. Like, Fate and Kaitos is a good one.
That's fair. I've never played it, but that's fair.
Fate and Kaitos is one of those that not many have played, but every time I bring it up, you always find those diehards that are like, yeah, I love Fate and Kaitos. Like, where the fuck were you when it was struggling back in the GameCube era?
Probably a fetus.
That's fair. But I'm talking about, like, for other people. Like, I'm talking about the people that are my age that bring it up.
Oh, no,
like,
I was just saying that in general is, like, probably a fetus.
Yeah. But, like, yeah, because I hear a lot of people that are around my age be like, oh, I loved Fate and Kaitos. Where the fuck were you back in the GameCube era, you fuck?
Like, the GameCube is so fucking weird, because, like, it's before my time, but, like, I grew up around it, I just never had.
Yeah.
Because the only two GameCube games I ever owned were Pokemon Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness.
Oh, you know, the Gale of Darkness is my favorite Pokemon game, honestly.
It's dope as shit.
And
like,
I want another Pokemon game like that.
Oh yeah, I'd love it. They probably won't do it because now we've got, like, the Legends thing, which is probably a series that's gonna continue.
Well, Legends Arceus was fucking amazing.
I fucking hate this year so busy for my games, because, like, I still haven't gotten a chance to play it.
I've been playing it on and off. Like, I have not gotten far, but everything I've played of it, I've loved.
There is
yeah.
time for idling.
Oh, cannons for ship battles is pretty cool, honestly. Like, you know...
It's definitely a cool idea.
I won't let myself
yeah. Like, you know, you could just make them basically a lot like Ballista from regular Fire Emblem in a way.
You couldn't really do that because they would have to be a lot more destructive.
Well, I'm saying, like, you know, a more destructive Ballista.
But yeah, honestly, Argo, that sounds cool as shit. Just this whole idea sounds cool.
Yeah, like... God... You know, yesterday I got into, like, an SRPG mood, and I was, like, fucking around in SRPG Studio for, like, a couple hours.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like...
Because I remember because I was playing Monster Hunter World at the time, I think.
Yeah, you were playing Monster Hunter World. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna look back at this SRPG I've not worked on in over a year. See how the fuck I can work with this.
You don't have to do that, Argo, but it'd be cool. Like, it just sounds like a cool idea. It, like, you know, I doubt Riek would mind if you just, like, said something whenever y'all have anything workable and fucking... Wayfaring Spartan is a fucking dope name.
Yeah, yeah,
Shit gives me, like, Pantheon images.
But yeah, like, honestly, all the stuff that you talk about with the game just makes me excited to actually play it when you've got stuff for it, you know?
Honestly, now I'm just kind of sad at the fact that fucking Pirate is such a, like, underutilized class at FE.
It's such a good class. We need more water walking classes.
Oh, hey!
Hey! Hello!
It is here. I'm awful at intros. My bad.
Greetings,
but
Wayfaring Spartan. Yeah, Argo talks about the game a lot, and I've told you guys, if you ever have a demo, let me know, and I will fucking play that shit on stream.
Yeah, like, it just sounds cool as shit.
Like, I'm actually, like, because I've got 2 scripts I've been actively working on, side by side. I'm, like, halfway done with both of them. And one is my, Fire Emblem, Iron Man list. And the other is what makes a good ROM hack.
What makes a good ROM hack? Don't fucking be inspired by Thracia.
Or, don't be inspired to just copy Thracia, because I see a lot of people just be like, oh, we could just do what Thracia does.
Don't be inspired by its writing either, Christ. We don't need more Broggy swords.
God damn. Also,
I will fucking shoot a man.
The Broggy sword is your death knell, or whatever. Like, it's the thing that you'll die.
I'll know that the fucking Broggy sword is one of the stupidest things ever.
Yeah, like, honestly. Like, just a lore thing. But yeah, Wayfaring Spartan, if you guys ever release, like, you know, even if it's just like 3 chapters, I will play it, I will critique it, I will check it out. Because, like, I'm always interested in helping out the smaller people with smaller projects. You know, the fan ROM hacking community has gone silent for a big while.
If only I brought my supplies.
No, the capture stuff fitting the pirates makes a ton of sense. We're not... No. It's all good.
No. It's cool. I have personal problems with the capture system. I just think that you could do a very similar thing of, like, make droppables a main thing, or, like, make stealables really common. I think that kind of shit is cool.
Yeah.
I just think that Thracia shoved capture in and made it, like, the main mechanic and the only way to get items, and I think it's dumb.
Yeah, like,
with a lot of working around, you can make capture work really well.
Yeah, capture...
That's right.
Yeah, capture, don't worry, man. Matt's just hyperbolic a lot of the time.
Yeah, like, I exaggerate a lot, except for my hatred of Thracia, but that's why I'm hyperbolic when talking about what's wrong with Thracia. It's just, fuck Thracia.
Yeah, Thracia is his least favorite game, but as we've said, the mechanics aren't terrible in idea, they're terrible in execution.
Yeah, and a lot of the issues with a lot of the mechanics comes from just smashing them together without making a lot of adjustments to make all of them work together, really.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Thracia has so many good ideas that are just squandered. Because like, Kaga Thracia is Kaga's big book of ideas. That's what I call it.
And, like, again, if you play the Kaga sagas, you see where a lot of those ideas evolved into.
Like, just look at TRS. TRS is like a perfection of it.
Like, fucking TRS has so much good shit. Berwick Saga, however frustrating Berwick can be, it's insanely well made.
Berwick Saga.
Let my friends down.
Oh,
actually, yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, the plunder system. Argo was talking about that a bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And that plunder system, he just didn't say the name of it, and that's fucking amazing.
Can't stop now.
Randy, with SRPGs, there's not really much of an overworld.
Yeah, unless you're in a game like Awakening or...
Yeah, but I know that Randy joined in as a Final Fantasy person. He's never played a Fire Emblem.
Oh, that's fair.
He's like... So I'm just explaining to him because he's never played Fire Emblem or anything. And this is his only exposure ever to Fire Emblem. Here watching me play Warriors.
A little bit more details to that is cool as shit, Spartan. Like, I definitely think that you should be careful to be a bit more interesting with, like, the items you can get in capture.
Yeah.
Than Thracia was, because Thracia has a lot of worthless shit. And then there's vulneraries, which are insane.
Yeah, vulneraries, which just make healing kind of obsolete. Because, yes...
In some ways, yeah, but, like, vulneraries being your only way of healing does suck, because it removes a lot of the versatility that a heal staff has, but, like, you know...
I get that, like, with vulneraries, like, the counter-argument is that, vulneraries, they take away a player's turn, but remember, movement stars exist.
Madrid way, huh?
Yeah, fucking Thracia's weird.
Also, movement stars was another good idea that needed a little bit of fine-tuning.
Yeah. Like, movement stars would be interesting to see in another game.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I still think one of the funniest things is, like, fucking TRS, the BILF.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God.
Fucking
Kingdom
Hearts.
I love Kingdom Hearts, but it's a fucking mess. You know, Matt, because I'm gonna end the stream after this map, and when we get to the base camp. But
what?
We should just chat about stuff some more later.
Yeah, I'm done. Like, I need to get up, fucking eat and shit. And because again, I woke up and now I'm here.
Yeah,
so...
you woke up and you were here. You messaged me. You were like, "That's why I said when you're ready." You didn't have to come in immediately, but you chose to.
I was like 75% awake for like 10 minutes to piss.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm awake enough. I'll reply to this message whenever you initially texted me at like 11:30.
Yeah.
And then I laid down because I've been having issues with my back lately.
Oh, that's fair.
God, I sound like a fucking old man.
So do I, man. Like, I've been having
old man, bitch.
I'm 25. Fuck you.
Fucking fossil.
Fuck you.
Fucking, yeah, I laid down and, I was going to text Lady, and then just, next thing I know, it's 2:45.
You know what?
Yeah.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. And just in case you forgot,
God.
you died,
But you know, man.
I'll go with you.
But man, every time I invite you onto stuff, it's always fun to just talk with you because you and I, like, we should. You know, I've talked with Kuma about this. I should just do a gaming podcast.
Our fates are intertwined.
I think that could be fun.
You know, just.
Like, that's sort of what half these fucking streams turn into whenever, like, I'm around at least, so...
Yeah, it's like, well...
It's just random, stupid bullshit.
Like, me and Kuma talked about, like... Because remember that YouTube series I was going to try to do called Gaming News Monthly?
Mm-hmm.
If me and him were both more widely available, we'd just do that straight up as a podcast.
That'd be cool.
Like, we just cover gaming news, talk about what we've played recently as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Persuade Dorothea.
Sorry, I was just, like, looking at the chat, and I was just fucking reminded I need to play the goddamn Lord of the Rings games.
The Lord of the Rings games are great. Like, have you ever... Like, one of my favorites is the Third Age.
Mm-hmm. I've owned fucking Shadow of Mordor since it came out, and, like, that first big sale that it was in, where I got it for $4 fucking, and I've just owned it for years and have never touched it.
Beautiful. I mean, honestly, that's the way to go about it.
You know, I have been a good boy for this entire stream. Fucking Dorothea's tits got way more fuckable in this game.
Hey, I was waiting for that. I'm surprised you've been good. You don't need to stay good for me. As I've said, I'm willing to go to fucking BitChute.
I just saw fucking Persuade Dorothea, and I was just reminded of, like, it took a while, but, like, that fucking design is cool.
I mean, we already fought Dorothea earlier. You know that special men-only map?
Mm-hmm.
She was the boss of that.
Yeah, that's funny as hell to me.
I know, right? You know, if Kuma was here, he'd call that the Chris Brown map. And yes, I'm calling it the Chris Brown map because I'm a horrible person. Effie Twitter crucifies me on the daily.
Well, Effie Twitter is like... It's Effie Twitter.
God, you know, I make fun of Effie Twitter on the daily because they deserve it.
They're the ones that thought fucking Bopper was, like, a smart dude.
They still do!
Exactly.
Like, God. I mean, I try to be respectful to people a lot more than I used to be. But sometimes, but I always say this. If I call a spade, if you're being a stupid, you're being a stupid.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you for stopping
Yeah,
by.
thanks for dropping by. You seem like a pretty fucking cool dude, and I'm really interested in this project y'all are working on.
Yeah, cause like Argo is one of like the best people to come into my streams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will say that if you do have firearms, one way that you could do them is make them very powerful but very limited usage weapons.
Yeah.
Because they were very expensive in the historic time period that I'm assuming y'all would be working in. So you could just say that, yeah, they're very expensive and hard to access to the point of where you might not even be able to get them. Or you could just not have them be a thing because maybe gunpowder is a lot more expensive in this world.
Or,
so it's not
make
reasonable
them,
to make, like, single-usage firearms.
Make them... Okay, you know that plundering system that they talked about?
Mm-hmm.
Make it so there's only 2 in the game and you have to, like, check enemy inventories with plundering to get those firearms. Like, they're rare, and you have to seriously be looking out for them because you can easily miss them because the enemies won't use them.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like, just...
what's the matter with Bopper? Bopper, he's just, like, the most... The problem I have with Bopper is that, like, he's the most, one of the most pretentious YouTubers on Twitter. Yeah. Like, honestly, like, yeah, well, they have been advertising on Effie Universe, although Effie Universe, being the dickheads they are, kind of shun them away.
I really hope that sometime in the next couple of years we get, like, another really good, like, Effie community place. Because, like...
I miss a good... I mean, that's why I need to actually contact my next guest for FETuber Tea Time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I need to actually talk with them to be like, when the fuck are we doing this?
Yeah.
Because they've agreed, it's just, timing is just, that Timing's
a bitch.
Timing's a bitch. Like, I've already got guest 2 and guest 3, but one of them needs to, they're in New York right now when they live in the UK, but they're on vacation right now, but when they get back, I'm gonna see if they're available.
Yeah, like, fucking, that's like the biggest nuisance of the last couple of years, is just the Effie community's been really fractured.
It has.
It really sucks ass.
And we know why it's been fractured. And
it's because a lot of people are assholes.
A lot of people are assholes. And, like, the one big person turned out to be kind of an asshole, too.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone just decided, oh, hey, we're gonna do, witch hunts for each other now.
Yeah. Like, it just fractured a lot of people. A lot of people were being stupid, and now it's just pretty much the only person that everyone can agree on that's, like, a cool dude is, like, Mecha. Like,
and Gast. Actually, a lot of people really dislike Mecha.
That's fair, but, like, to my understanding, most people don't dislike Mecha, they just dislike the effect he's having. Mecha's a cool fun.
A lot of people, like, dislike him after, like, because he brought back the, terrible discourse that, like, ruined the community in 2020, recently.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. But yeah, like, fucking Gast is just... Gast fucking deserves to be the top of the food chain in the Effie community. Homie is great.
You know, Gast actually follows me on his, like, on another account.
That checks out.
Like, fun fact, but, like, Gast, like, you know Gast has an OnlyFans, right?
That's a mental flashbang I wasn't prepared for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he made the OnlyFans, like, back a year ago. And, that's his, and his OnlyFans account follows me.
I don't know what to do with this information, so I'm going to choose to pretend it didn't happen.
I know, I just, like, I want to bring that up just to see how the mental flashbang would be. Also, wait, Miklon's an NPC in this chapter.
It's cool.
He's helping us out. What the fuck? I love that.
I'm sorry, what was this man's middle name?
Whose middle name?
Nicholas.
I didn't pay attention. What is Miklon's middle name?
What? Especially looked up.
You're you're cutting out for me, man. You're giggling so much you're cutting out for me.
It looked suspiciously close to Auschwitz. I know it wasn't, but like, what the fuck was that?
Miklon Auschwitz. God. Imagine if that was his name.
That'd be funny as shit and would never get past the Western, like, quality.
It wouldn't. Imagine if that was just one of the Agarthan's names. Auschwitz. You know, honestly, God, we're horrible. That's another thing whenever we're here.
And shoots or some shit.
Yeah. You know, speaking of names in Fire Emblem, there's like three names, like, Ignis is used 3 times in Fire Emblem, in a way. Because you know the skill Ignis in Awakening?
Mm-hmm.
You know Ignatius in Fates? You know what his Japanese name is?
Huh.
Ignis.
That's fair.
And then, Ignatz in Three Houses, his Japanese name, if I remember, is Ignatius.
Fair enough.
But they made it Ignatz to not be confused over here.
I mean, I still think one of the funniest fucking things ever is, the fucking Tellius sword fiasco with Atard and, Alendite.
Oh yeah, that's just hilarious to me. Especially when the Etard got added as Ike's PRF and like...
Yeah, that's just funny as hell.
Yeah. God. Facebook is such an interesting place to advertise, because a lot of people, like, I'm in a small FYouTuber, or no, not small FYouTuber, small YouTuber Facebook group, but, like, people are like, but even then people are like, your group is too small for me. Your channel's too small, really. And I'm like, it's called a small YouTuber group.
Facebook is funny because, like, I saw this post once where it was like, if you're ever single and looking for a lover, you can go on to Facebook Marketplace and look for wedding dresses for sale. So you can find recently divorced women. And then you can sort by size from there.
Fun fact, Facebook now has dating as part of its thing. You can now do dating via Facebook.
Shit. Facebook is weird as fuck.
Also, can I just say that Sedith is legitimately the only male playable church member?
Oh yeah, Hanneman isn't playable.
He is not. No, he only comes to help out Manuela.
Well, Sedith is enough of a Giga Chad to hold up the church on his own raw masculinity.
He is, like, straight up.
I fucking love Sedith. He's so good.
Sedith is one of my favorite characters in this game, straight up.
I still find his ending with Bernadetta just fucking hilarious.
No, can I just say
like,
that...
do you know...
Oh,
huh?
Go ahead.
Do you know what, like, the actual text is for that?
I don't.
One sec. I need to pull it up because it's just fucking great. Possible endings. Yes, Anna, give me the goddamn spoilers, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and send it to you, but I could also say it if you prefer.
Go ahead. You can say it. I'm not going to be looking at it right now.
That's fair. After the war, Sedith remained at the monastery and dedicated himself to the restoration of the church. He was soon joined by Bernadetta, who abandoned her inheritance to House Varley and took up residence at Garrigmach to commit to a life as a recluse. As the years wore on, Sedith wrote many fables, first in his spare time and then later as his main preoccupation. His stories became famous among children throughout Fodlan. Sorry. Still a second. As he gained renown, many began to inquire about the wonderful illustrations that accompanied the writing. In response to these questions, Sedith was known to shrug and say, "Ask my wife if you can find her."
Damn.
Which is funny as shit, because that's just replies that, like, even he isn't entirely sure where she is.
Yeah, I mean, that's also just how most writers are. Like, fun fact, I went to a book convention in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And the writer of the comic book, Scott Pilgrim, he didn't show up, his wife did to do the Q&A.
Beautiful. Huh. Apparently Seteth and Ingrid can support in all routes.
Yes,
But they only have a paired ending in Azure Moon.
Yep, yes they do.
Gotta love it. Oh god, Seteth and Hilda is a cursed ass image, but I love it.
Oh my god. You know who the most wholesome ending is, though? Like, speaking of endings?
Hmm.
Because it's not romantic, but it's just sweet. Bernadetta and Alois.
Yeah, that's great.
Honestly, like, Bernadetta... Can I just say, I love Bernadetta so much.
She has such a random assortment of great endings, and I love it.
She has a great ending, and she's also just a genuinely good character. I will die on that hill.
She's great.
I will die on the hill of Bernadetta's a good character. I don't care what Effie Twitter thinks.
By the way, sorry, I'm not really talking about the game we're playing. I'm trying not to pay too much attention to the map you're on.
Yeah,
because I'll be doing it later today, but...
Yeah, that's what... You're just here to chat with me.
Yeah,
you
pretty
said you
much.
wanted to join me, and I'm not going to be playing this again until Saturday.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be working on Saturday anyway, so.
Yeah, so you won't be able to join me, but, like, but the plan is, Wednesdays and Saturdays, up until summer ends, are going to be Fire Emblem Warriors.
Fair.
While the rest of the week is going to be Final Fantasy.
Fair enough.
Because if I slack off on Final Fantasy, I'll get behind.
Mm-hmm.
And then when 16 comes out, I won't be able to catch up in time.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, honestly, we just ramble a lot anyway because it's fun. And after 3 Hopes is finished, I'm gonna be doing Iron Man's again.
Oh boy.
And we're gonna go back to we're doing them from how I did the worst of each.
Awesome. So we'll be doing FE8 first.
No, FE6. Fuck you. You and Steven will never let me live that fucking down. You and Steven.
You're taking that to your goddamn grave, buddy.
Yeah, but we're starting with FE6 first, then FE7. Like, I could pull up the list after we're done with this.
Fair.
Oh, hello. Also, just doing this feels so broken, but I love it.
I mean, hey, that's New Game Plus.
I mean, yeah, I'm not doing this for the challenge. I'm doing this just because I want to experience the story and just have fun. This is me just dicking around.
Which is entirely fair.
Yeah, this is me dicking around. If I wanted to play, like, genuinely, I would.
Then, fuck them kids.
But nah, I want to be a god. My name, I am Saros now, motherfuckers.
So, I don't know if this is true, but is there, like, a 4th route after you get New Game Plus 3 times?
No, there's not a new route. There is an unlockable character after you beat the game 3 times.
Okay.
And only if you beat the game 3 times.
Okay, do you already know who it is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because I'm hype as shit to get Saros.
Oh, well, Saros is after you beat the game once.
Oh, she is? Cool.
Yeah, do you know who the character you get if you beat the game 3 times is?
I'd presume it's Arvel or Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper. Arvel is after you beat the game. Arvel is if you beat the game and recruit Byleth.
Fair enough.
But after you beat the game once, you unlock Saros and Sothis.
Og.
Oh, we did it. We killed the fog. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, Sothis is there. I knew that there was a 4th one. I just couldn't remember who.
Yeah, Gatekeeper is who you get after you beat
every route, basically.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad that Anna isn't available, but like...
Yeah. Are you okay, man? You don't die on me.
Yeah, just... mostly just allergies, really.
Fair. I've been waking up with a bad cough lately. And I'm not going to explain too much about it, but
That's
it
fair.
does concern me.
That's fair. Also, I still fucking love that they just said, how do we make Hubert go from goth to emo? And then they just did it.
Yeah. Oh.
Man, I'm excited to fucking, like, recruit Marianne.
Marianne is great. Like, I love her so much. Also, Dorothea's design is just amazing.
We can't exactly leave our new friend to die, can we?
Yeah, Dorothea is definitely an upgrade, even though I didn't think so when it was initially revealed.
I still don't think she's an upgrade as much as just, like, it's still just beautiful. Like, Dorothea is just genuinely beautiful.
That's fair. Meanwhile, I'm over here just sad that you don't get the alternate hairstyles in this game.
Yeah.
Because fucking Edelgard's alternate hairstyle is fucking great. I love it.
Imagine if you could do Eye Patch Dimitri in this game.
I wouldn't, but it would be cool as shit.
I'm just gonna say, Feral Dimitri would fit perfectly in a Warriors game.
I mean, half of his fucking crit animations are just Warriors attack animations.
Oh. Right, it prevents you from killing her until you've initiated the strategy, which is smart.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ash.
You win.
Out of curiosity, do you know what class Monica starts as?
Mage.
Okay, fair enough. I'm looking forward to using Monica. I think she'll be a fun character.
Monica is fun. Like, from what I've seen, people either love or hate her as a character, but love her as a unit.
Mm-hmm. Which is fair. Oh, hey, Lenato. Sorry, Lenato.
Yeah. I'm just gonna triple warrior special him to defeat him in like 5 seconds.
Bye, Lenato. Bye, Lenato.
Yeah. Also, I want to know my highest hit combo I've ever gotten in this game? 9,750.
That checks out. Fucking R.I.P. Lenato.
Yeah, I know, right?
Rest in piss, bozo.
Yeah.
Forgive your fool of a father, Kristoff.
I still can't get over the goddamn Dragon Ball hair they gave to Caspar.
I know, right? But it fits so much for him.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, people call Monica Faye 2.0. And depending on how much you like,
with you, Chi? Is that supposed to be like a bad thing?
it depends on how you feel about Faye and Echoes as a character.
I'm not gonna say my feelings on Faye in public.
Oh.
Not because, you know, I'm ashamed of them, just because I would rather not get you kicked off YouTube.
Yeah. I don't want to be forced to move to mines.
Sure, we stop Lenato and we put Gerald and his mercenaries to rout.
I just always will just say, if I get kicked off YouTube, I'm moving to the closest, like, alt, like, ever thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just because
Like,
it's always funny.
And most of all,
I mean, you know, my favorite is to start doing screenshot LPs.
Oh god, yeah.
that's not a loss.
God, the people that do screenshot LPs, they're legends.
Like, the screenshot LPs are so good for the first time you're playing through something.
Yeah. And don't worry, we look at Yagduri Dev as a cautionary tale. Everyone does.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Captain If Then.
Yeah.
Precisely.
didn't he have like an absurd amount of if-then statements in his code or some shit?
Yes, the dude's coding was so shit that people literally just stole, and it was so easy to steal that people made their own easily finished Yandere dev games right after.
Thanks for the chat.
That checks out.
By the by, have you seen our valued
What happened to
leader?
Yandere dev? Did he like
He scampered off
get
to.
arrested or some shit?
No, he just Yandere dev. I forgot what the fuck happened to him. What I remember is that like he got caught, like, you know, got caught sending stuff to minors.
No, that checks out.
Yeah.
Maybe they're having a meeting or something.
I forgot what happened to him though. Otherwise.
Though on second thought, it may not be any of
Not
those.
enough, apparently.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't be sticking my nose.
But yeah, this game, honestly, I say this is worth playing. Like,
Let's go.
if I had the energy to and wasn't a busy person a lot of the time, I'd be playing this for like 24 hours straight.
That's fair. Man, I can't do 24-hour game sessions anymore. Just, I don't have the energy for it. Or the attention span.
That's fair. I kind of want to do one for, we have not seen that physical form yet, if there even is one, because I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of want to do a 24-hour one for charity someday.
I think that'd be cool.
Like, you know, just, like, I would honestly, like, create a specific, like, Twitch channel for it, though.
Mm-hmm.
And give, like, that way you guys could also play on it, too. Because I'd want to, like, split it between you guys. Like, you...
That'd be cool.
Dell. That way if I need to take a break, I could just give you the password, you take over.
Hey guys, welcome to me bitching about Thracia in an exasperated tone for 4 hours.
Yeah. And then, like, give it to Dell, who I don't know what the fuck he'd do.
He'd probably try and speedrun TRS.
Ugh.
And reset 8 times on the first map because he's dedicated to getting everything perfect the first time through.
Just like any speedrunner. And there's Dorothea. She was level 50 when she left us.
Hey.
Renown. God. Renown is such a good thing.
You did well, Nick.
Oh wait, he wasn't caught with minors. He was caught embezzling the funds for his game for his sex dolls.
Beautiful.
That's what happened with Yandere Dev.
Yeah, I think it was EDP that was sending it to minors. Literally.
Oh god. You know, I used to love EDP.
I just know him as, like, the jacking off should be counted as a sport guy, and that's about it.
He was, like, you know how I say outlandish shit? Like, he is the guy that was, like, my inspiration to start being like, I should start saying outlandish shit.
Fair enough.
But I don't want anything to do with him now.
Understandable.
That's the man from before.
I don't mean to question you, but why exactly are you eavesdropping on them?
It looks like they're having an argument. Butting in now would just make things worse.
Huh.
Are you playing at, Boar? This washed-up bandit doesn't deserve to look at our army, let alone be a commander in it.
It's a decision I made in collaboration with the Margrave. 2 years ago, after I ascended the throne,
I
ordered Gustav to capture him, made him swear his allegiance to the royal family, and gave him a unit of soldiers to command.
Spare me the details of how you did it. What I want to know is why.
But yeah, after this, I'm going to end the stream. Because
Fair.
We needed capable fighters to fill in the gaps.
I don't want to spoil it too much, and also I've been going for 3 hours now.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm just hanging out for a little bit.
Yeah. But I will be doing stuff, like, probably much quicker, because I am probably going to use those Merc Whistles a lot with the Renown.
Understandable.
Because they only cost 6 Renown, and you get 10 per mission.
Well, damn.
So, yeah.
That's, quite a bit.
So this game will probably be sped through pretty quick. gameplay-wise.
We've come to depend on that power to protect us
Which
from
is fair
outside
enough.
attacks.
Like, I don't care if it get S ranked or not. I'm just gonna be like doing the
Out of
main.
curiosity, is there like post-game content, or is it just like New Game Plus?
It's New Game Plus.
Okay, that's fair.
But like, you can, and if you decide to continue off of your completed file, it brings you back to right before the final fight.
Mm-hmm.
And allows you to just redo and regather stuff to grind and everything.
Yeah, so it's got a sort of post-game.
It's more like Awakening or no, Fate's endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it like that. But then you can go to New
Fair
Game
enough.
Plus.
Fair play.
But we cannot protect our home with relics alone.
Yeah.
All who could wield them fell.
For this game, honestly, I give it a 9 out of 10.
The blood of the heroes is thinner now.
I mean, everything I've played so far is great. I love the original Warrior, like FE Warriors, so, you know.
Okay, FE Warriors was such a good thing from gameplay, but then it's like, the things surrounding it just felt so bad to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I like watching, like, whenever Blazing Knight does a stream of Warriors, I love watching him play it.
Do you really think it appropriate to
That's like
Which is fair.
remove from his life as a brigand with the responsibility
Warriors is just weird, because, like, it released in 2017, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
And it just wasn't related to, Heroes at all, which is just weird.
It wasn't related to Heroes, and it had no series rep outside of, like, the newest games in Marth.
Yeah, and also Lyn and Celica,
Lyn
but
and
they were, like, barely there.
Lyn and Celica were added at the very last minute. That was confirmed in development.
Mm-hmm.
And they were added because of Backlash.
Granted, Lyn is also fun.
Lyn is
She's
the most
fun unit in the game.
She's the most fun because she's also the most broken.
I was one of the first His Majesty.
Well, it's not even just that. Like, the most broken are the Wyvern Riders. They're just insane.
True.
But,
True.
like, just Lyn and Navarre's movesets are just fun to play as.
Yeah.
And Lyn's is just, she's just better than Navarre, sadly.
She is. Like, and Navarre's a DLC character too. Which
Yeah.
is funny.
But you can get Navarre much earlier than you can get Lyn.
Yeah.
So,
Let me guess. Any means necessary?
I won't.
God, you know who's also broken in Warriors?
hmm.
Obero.
What he did in his
Oh, her fucking helicopter.
Yes.
no small amount of judgment for giving him
God.
command in spite of it.
But you know, the writing of this game makes me hopeful for for the FE17 if it's not a remake.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps his life could have been
Yeah, I'm hyped.
dramatically different had he only possessed a same as the uncle I murdered.
Yeah.
I understand your reasoning, Your Majesty. Yet he's hurt so many people.
What's done is done. Stolen goods may be returned, but stolen lives cannot.
Can I just say that I can listen, you know, if I would listen to an audiobook if read by Chris Hackney.
That's fair. I would too, probably.
Like, he could do ASMR and I would be there for it. And I hate ASMR.
Then what better way to do so
That's
than by
fair.
risking his life on behalf of our
I just do the sound of someone dying from a 1930s disease as my ASMR.
If any among us still can't
God.
forgive him, by all means, take up your arms and enact vengeance.
See you later, Randy. The stream's almost over anyway.
Yep. See you, man. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
This isn't about who shoulders what blame. It's a matter of letting us know what you're thinking.
Randy's one of the people that's here for all my streams, though. Like, but like, yeah, I cannot wait until I get back to the Iron Mans. But I also want to beat. I want to beat this game fully first before I do that.
Which is fair.
You're right, Felix.
Oh, right. I forgot I left my fucking game cases over on my desk. 1 second.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Now then, we march on Aryan Road as planned, with House Rose military might crippled.
My work desk is literally like
Simpler matter.
a little bit back and then a 90-degree turn from my like normal desk.
Ah.
You saw how many troops they've already lost.
I just have to scoot back a little bit.
Yeah. My workspace or the room where my computer is a fucking mess.
At least I sure hope not.
Like,
yeah, mine is just in my bedroom right now, so.
Mine couldn't fit into my bedroom, and it was gonna be my work office when I didn't have a job in 2021.
Yeah.
But then that fell through, so this just became. But like we've got papers all over. We got fucking like stuff all over
got
the
motherfucking
desk.
potato chips on the floor. Shit's wild.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong about that part, actually.
But
I mean, most of it's been vacuumed up, but there's like still the random popcorn kernel every now and then.
That's fair. Man, I wish I could eat popcorn and not want to die.
Yes, I will.
Why is that?
I do
Because it gets caught in my
concern,
tooth,
Your Majesty.
and I hate that.
Okay, that it's just like a sensory thing for you.
Yeah, it just fucks with me real bad. So.
Yeah.
House Rose forces aside. We now have the added threat of Gerald and his mercenary band to contend with. The very same mercenary band.
Yeah, one of them in particular, a warrior known as the Ash.
Also, in this run, I made Byleth, female Byleth.
Fair.
Last run I did my male Byleth.
Yes, the canon thing is that Shez is Byleth's sissy femboy.
Okay, man.
I actually licked my finger right after holding a Switch game.
God, you know, fun fact, me and some friends at my old job, when we got Switch games, the first thing we do is always take it out of the case and lick them.
I still do. Sometimes if I'm swapping Switch games at like 4 a.m. after not sleeping for 18 hours, I'll just kind of monkey brain and just go, it can't be as bad as I remember. And it's always so much worse than I remember.
I mean, I'm numb to the taste of it.
Yeah, you could say
That's fair.
That's because I own 30 Switch games and I've licked every single one of them.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Like
I love how they did that so that people wouldn't lick them. And all it did was make people want to lick them.
Nobody was thinking of licking them before. They created their own fucking problem.
That's a bit of a topical joke. So I'll make a joke that's a little bit less topical. It's like when, like, fucking someone will just say, I'm not a Wendigo. And it's like, no one thought you were.
Yeah. I mean, okay, DM me the joke you were going to make, man.
Alright, I will. 1 sec.
Yeah. DM me that, because I want to hear that one. Oh. God damn it. I'm ready to hear it. Alright. Gonna save, and then once we get to the base camp, I'm going to end the stream.
Azure Gleam. Conspiracy in the air.
Yeah. Conspiracy in the air. Oh.
Having laid
Oh my god! Oh! Oh! Oh, sweet fucking. Matt, I love you, bud.
With its foothold in the west,
you fucking shitlord.
Amasses troops in the former Arundel territory.
You fucking shitlord.
The army of Fargus to strike before Adrestia can regain its footing.
Conspiracy in the air is such a like that sounds like a weird parody of like Love is in the Air Tonight.
I can hear conspiracy.
It's nice
That's what happens after you're like after you hear about Ruby Ridge for the first time.
What?
That's just what happens after you look up Ruby Ridge for the first time.
The fuck is Ruby Ridge?
Comfortable or no, we must take what few chances
Do
we
you
have to rest.
I will talk about this after the stream ends.
Yeah, let's you know what, after I get some water and you get some food in you, let's meet up again and just chat some bullshit.
I'm gonna do something with Lady, but
Like later, let's meet up on Discord or something.
All I will say is look up Ruby Ridge after the stream.
I will. I will.
And you will learn why I am the way I am.
Holy shit.
Arendelle, huh? It's been 2 years since the territory came under the Emperor's control. The wind carries rumors.
Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go, because you've pretty much just got the outro to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I am fucking starving.
Yeah, and I'm just getting ready to end this, because after this, I've got more to do. I gotta check them out still, so see you, Matt.
I'll see everyone. Sayonara. Whenever I get back to it, you can find me on YouTube at Maj and Matt. And thanks for joining us. It was fun hanging out, and I'll see y'all later.
Yeah.
Probably next Wednesday. I don't know if I have next Wednesday off. I probably do. I don't know. We'll find out.
If you do, hopefully you're farther ahead in the game so that I don't spoil you.
I certainly will be.
The West doesn't face the kind of
but yeah, I'll see y'all. Have a good one.
Yeah, later.
In the north, right?
Basically. Though my uncle did say that started to change at least a tiny bit in the past couple of years.
Alright, so story stuff.
In other words, the entire western region of the kingdom is likely to fall into enemy hands
good, no blood.
if we retreat from Aryan Road now.
Indeed. Which is exactly why we must take the offensive and restrain this Imperial snake before it can sink its fangs into us.
Hey, it'll be nice to strike first for once. It feels like we've been on the back foot for a while.
Right.
Kinda have.
And remaining on perpetual defense would only lead to more meaningless, preventable deaths.
Yeah.
Offense is the best defense, I always say. We'll crush anyone who has the gall to stand against us.
Yeah.
There you go, getting carried away again. Look at them, all stunned into speechlessness.
Your Majesty, I bear terrible news. Calm yourself. What is it? The convoy escorting Count Rowe to the capital has been attacked by an unknown assailant.
Oh, shit.
Sustained heavy losses, and it seems Count Rowe has gone missing amid the chaos.
Damn, okay, so he just planned his own fucking escape. Yuri probably helped.
I see. And these assailants, we know nothing about them?
Yeah.
Little, Your Majesty. The survivors claim to have been attacked by numerous mages.
Oh.
No.
What's wrong?
Oh.
Do you know who it is?
You saw
Cornelia.
the court mage Cornelia during our battle at first.
Yep, Cornelia.
Well, she disappeared almost immediately after. It's likely she has been burrowed away in western Fargus ever since.
Yeah.
It leads me to wonder if this attack wasn't her handiwork somehow.
It's merely a
It's merely a feeling, though.
Yeah.
I'd like to look into it further, if possible. Something tells me the Imperial soldiers won't wait around patiently while we go off hunting for clues.
Perhaps you should send a separate unit to investigate, while we attend to the Empire.
Smart.
Yes, that would be prudent for now. We cannot afford to lower our guard for even a moment.
Yeah. Alright. So what's the next region look like? Shit, that's a lot of merc whistles. Yes, I will be using merc whistles. Alright. And... Hey, Rick, have you heard? Okay, let's go and do these real quick. There's a tactical research facility up. Okay. Tactics instructor, we're gonna look into this one real quick.
My instruction comes at a high price.
Yes, I know.
I can't wait to test. How can I best use this power?
Now, I'm just going to supercharge Dimitri.
Don't neglect your daily studies.
And yeah, we're gonna do supply master shit real quick.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
And
Everything has its use.
and let's go to the reward master real quick, because I got a reward.
Well, how'd it go?
Your reward, a master seal, huh? Okay. Damn. This is gonna be good shit when we get to it, you know?
Any results are good results.
And let's see, we have support convos. Oh, between Ash and Dew. Let's finish up with Ash and Dew. And they're already close to B rank. Holy shit.
Oh, it's so late. I didn't mean to take this much of a detour.
But you did.
Just getting back?
Yeah.
Dew? Hope I didn't worry you.
You didn't. You were in town, yes?
I went to pick up some supplies, but on the way back I saw these flowers blooming, and I just couldn't help but pick some.
Little Disney princess.
They're used as an ingredient in healing salves, although you can also slap the leaves on your wounds and get mostly the same effect. Oh,
yeah.
And I plan on soaking them in alcohol. It'll produce a liquid that can be used for a wonderful ointment.
Yeah.
Though I suppose it would be faster to just use healing magic.
It would be.
You seem well informed on the subject.
Yeah.
Renato knew all about it. So I picked up a few things from him.
Lord Renato had an interest in plants?
Oh, sure. He kept tons of botanical encyclopedias and books like that in his room.
That's good on him.
He loved flowers. He even kept a small herb garden at
Rip the poor bastard then.
You like gardening too, right?
Yes.
I mean, you were always watering the flowers in the greenhouse back at Garreg Mach.
I suppose I do, though I know little of the medicinal properties.
Yeah, I guess knowing how to grow plants is different from knowing how to use them.
It is.
Even so, the greenhouse was a treasure to me.
You're right about that. I found flowers there I'd never even seen in Castle Gaspar's garden.
I would like very much to visit this garden of yours one day.
I know you would.
We should go. Of course, a lot has happened since I last saw it, but my younger siblings should still be looking after it.
Yeah.
I look forward to it. Though, how did Lord Renato come to know so much about medicinal herbs?
He used to serve Grand Duke Rufus.
Ah.
Maybe he studied them while he was in the capital.
Perhaps.
Sorry, I'm just sitting here chatting away when I should be off making myself useful.
You're doing fine, Ash. Poor kid.
Herbs.
Oh. Alrighty. So, we're actually gonna end this off with some amiibo bonuses, just because I like to use those. I know I keep saying like 15 different endings, but tomato, fuck you, give me some weapons, or give me some money. Heretic's Tome, fuck you, give me some money. Money, thank you, Ike. Money, please. Axe Zoltan, thank you, useless. Devil Sword. Thank you, Celica. But yeah, so I will see you all next time, tomorrow, for some Final Fantasy X-2. And then after that, we will be doing after that, on Saturday, we'll be back with more of this game. So until then, I'll see you next time.